Now running back again, Corpus Christi Originals with the Ridin High podcast. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's up?
What's good? What's good? Hey, it's Ridin High podcast in the building, back once again with Corpus Christi Originals. Got a couple of my hosts in the building with me today. You know what I'm saying? My dude Alex Skates in here representing, Kansu in here representing, Freak Man back there behind the scenes on the camera work like always. Shout out to everybody tuned in. Everybody go back and watches this shit. You know what I'm saying? What's good with it, y'all?
Nice, man. So last time I wasn't asking a lot of Corpus questions. You guys wanted some more Corpus stuff?
Yeah,
man.
All right.
The HEB question blew us out the water.
Oh yeah. So why do you shop at that HEB you shop at, man? I mean, do you live by there, or I mean, what's going on there?
I guess I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I like the whole vibe at that one, man. Like, there's that dude that he's like a chef or whatever. He goes and he gives samples and shit time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just overall like, I don't know, man. It's just I like that one better because like it's not so ghetto. I guess that's why I'm just gonna say it. You know what I mean? It's not a ghetto store.
Yeah, like you could tell, and we all know because we can tell the difference between the different
and you go
HEBs.
in, like, you smell the flowers. It makes you in a good fucking mood, dog. Like, just walking in there.
Which HEB is that?
Yeah.
Robert?
Already.
Anita?
All right,
You know when you walk in, that flower is right, it's right there, whatever.
So the HEB question threw y'all off.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Appreciate it, man. So let's see. I don't even know where to start, man. I just kind of had this off the cuff, but it's all good. What's something about Corpus that you wish we would bring back?
Ponchos.
I got one. The
Simple and
Coliseum.
plain. But we have an American Bank Center though. So, the Coliseum was outdated.
Yeah.
Smaller
Yeah,
events.
A smaller event center.
It wasn't an eyesore, I don't think.
they could have did so much with that fucking place.
They have
As a
people
rental
picking. They have
facility.
people picking up bricks.
Like they do ABC, but I'm saying
and
like
chairs.
I don't know. Something, dog.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It just seems like it seems like we want Corpus to be a good place, like a better place, but then it just doesn't get there. You know what I mean? And I always like ponder on that, like, dude, what the heck is going on? You know? And I look at it from my perspective, where I'm coming from, like, my own personal stuff. You know what I mean? And I get into like, man, what if businesses actually owned the places that they're, you know what I mean? What if we owned Corpus, and what if we bought real estate? We had the property, we owned it, and we ran our businesses out of that. You know what I mean? I think that if we continue to do that, then it'll turn into something that we want.
Hell yeah. Lori had commented the Bally Hoop. If I'm mistaken, if you talk about the Bay-Ball Bally Hoop, they still do.
Oh,
They still have it. It's just not at
college,
Sunrise
right?
Mall no more. They have it at the Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Okay.
So they still have the Corpus Christi Bay-Ball Bally Hoop. It's just not outside anymore at the Sunrise Mall. It's at the Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I want to say during COVID year they had it like in Kingsville and shit like that. But man, I'm trying to think of something that I would like to see brought back to Corpus.
I would like to.
Mine would be
Sunrise Mall turned into a trade center.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
That'd be
Nothing but local businesses. We ain't gotta have all these big ass people in there. You ain't making no money off it now, so charge me that little bit of rent. But
They
that
said
thing
that
needs to
a while
be
back.
like completely redone though.
There's a couple restaurants I wish they brought back, but just talking about Sunrise Mall, man, I wish they brought back the dollar movies. Just because of just the history and like growing up and always going there, that it was just like a place that's always gonna be in your memories. But for like food, man, I would say I think they have a food truck now. Y'all, it's been a while, so y'all gonna have to tell me. What was that thing? Herbs.
Burger.
Yeah.
Herbs. But the food truck, they don't sell the whole menu like the restaurant does.
Yeah.
The food truck only sells the burgers and the fries. It's just burgers, fries, and a canned drink.
That's the first.
But it still goes off like a motherfucker though. But yeah, Herbs,
Hey,
Herbs coming
yeah.
back, that would be dope as fuck.
that red line that was right there on the
Red line.
Yeah,
Red
Red
line.
Line.
Yeah,
So when they started doing all that red line shit,
Yeah.
coming back with the food trucks that was out there in like Portland or some
Yeah.
shit like that, bro, we made that drive.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
We-
we
I did too.
waited in that parking lot, bro, and that shit was fucking worth it. Like
Yeah.
I was like, we gotta get like 7, 8 of these fucking burgers. Like fuck 1 or 2. Like, bro, straight up ate that burger. My wife is driving. I'm like passing the burger to her so she can eat it, bro. We fucking killed that shit. Like all the way back to court. Dropped some off to my mom. Like those was memories. They
I used
actually
to love how
captured that
greasy the
taste.
patties were. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, not
The red
patties,
onions.
Yeah.
Red
The
onions.
The bun.
other one I missed. It's now what is it, like House of Burgers, but it used to be called Rusty's.
Oh yeah,
Rusty's,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That place went in.
Where was that
Where
Just say
House of
that
Burgers
where House of
is.
Burgers
Airline.
is. Yeah.
All right,
across the street from Lowe's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So it's your last
got
day.
chicken and
Your
waffles.
last day in Corpus. Your last day on Earth or whatever. Where do you get your last taco from
Ooh.
in Corpus?
Man, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Chachos
Me-
is pretty good.
Man, I go to Yoli's for carne guisada with cheese and avocado.
I don't really know the
Yeah.
Mexican restaurants
And
in
I'm
Corpus
dead.
like that because I don't really just be floating around to different Mexican restaurants. But my go-to would probably be like La Tapatio right there on Castores and Galahar.
I was gonna say Everhart.
Man,
On Everhart.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, they got the one on Everhard now.
see,
yeah,
I would
yeah.
do a carne guisada from Nano's in the morning, and then I would get a carne asada from Acapulco or Bisa Ranchero from Acapulco.
Man, no
that-
disrespect. My homie, his family owns fucking Nanos, but I always felt Nanos was overrated.
that carne guisada
I
wasn't
barely ate it
though.
when I moved to the
Overpriced
side of
or
town,
overrated?
and I
Like
never
the
saw
price
it.
and like
Now I
every-
feel like it's expensive now.
I do like the hot sauce though from there.
I'll say that.
Fire.
I'll say
That,
that.
Yes.
You know what's crazy?
One of
is
the best.
I realized their bean and cheese to me is a good taco. I can't go further than that because everything else it didn't make
Didn't
it.
hit.
Yeah,
You
Nah,
know
man.
where I'm probably going? I just thought about it. I'm probably going up on the fucking Julio's on Greenwood.
Yeah,
yeah.
Give me a
yep.
fry pie. Fuck a taco.
Yeah, there you go.
And onions and avocado.
Oh shit! I think I had a fry pie and then I had them
Bro, add an egg.
That's why I had them add a scrambled egg on top. Yeah, I had them add a scrambled egg on top, and that shit was
My
fire.
wife's like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "We could split this shit."
I will eat half of that shit, smoke, and then go eat the rest. Shit.
So what I
That's
do
we
is I'll
used to
do.
what did you say earlier? The barbecue, Recios.
Gracias, yeah.
That big ass fucking taco they got. It's almost as big
Like a
as
baby.
Chacho's,
Yeah.
but it's
Like a
got the
baby.
brisket in there. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
And
crazy.
but Chacho's shit, they've been holding. I've been eating the almighty Chacho's tacos since they were in fucking Molina, bro.
Oh wow,
They had
nice.
that
Oh yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chachos used to have the
Bro,
little taco truck.
they
hell
hopped
yeah.
around from there over there to fucking next to Philippe's Playground Exchange, right there on Brownlee and fucking
With-
Ayers.
Chacho's
The
was
corner.
on- Chacho's
was right there on the fucking
On
corner,
Horn,
bro.
right?
Wow, crazy.
On Horn and where?
Between fucking
By Molina.
yeah, right there
Yeah.
on the back part.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
yeah.
I want to
Is
say
that Horn?
D&J's Taco. It was D&J's Tacos, and I think it turned into from D&J's Tacos
Yeah.
to Chachos.
I don't know, but we can
If
get
I
them
ain't
on here.
mistaken, it used to be called D&J's Tacos, and then it turned from D&J's Tacos to Chachos,
Shit, I don't remember.
and then they moved to Ayers.
Yeah.
yeah. And then
What's
they
a
moved
what's a
down
crazy
there.
what's a crazy Corpus story that you know of?
Barrera. There you go. You right.
I said it.
Like
Yeah, hell yeah. Crazy Corpus story. Y'all got any crazy Corpus stories?
over the people, the city. Like be a little more specific.
Whatever comes to mind. Could be the people, could be a personal story.
Well, I guess we'll go a little bit more deeper. One
There you go.
one that does come to my mind was shout out to my homie SUC holding my homie Adrian. When it was probably like a couple of years ago, we were just chilling smoking, and he didn't realize that people would jump off the Harbor Bridge.
Oh, sure.
So it was amazing to me that he didn't realize that people would actually jump off the bridge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been happening for years since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So that's like crazy. Like, I think people jumping off the bridge. That's like that's crazy shit right there. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Another
wild.
one when the biggest story, Selena's death.
Yeah.
That was, man, that hit me bad, and I was a
I ain't
kid,
gonna lie,
bro.
It didn't hit me for shit, but it hit my family.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was young. I was real
felt more
young.
for Pac than I did for Selena on
Yeah.
some real shit.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah, hell yeah.
Because I didn't really grasp who she was at the time she died.
Yeah.
I heard my family listening to her, but I didn't know it was like that. Like
Yeah.
that,
I had
you know
a-
what I mean?
Like she was real popular. How
Yeah,
popular
yeah,
she
yeah.
was. Yeah.
I had a homeboy that he remembers that day because the day she died was the day of his birthday, and like ain't nobody showed up to his party. They all went down to go see what was going on with Selena, and he I always remember that because it was just like maybe a couple of us there. He's all, dude, what's going on? And later we know it was Selena, but we was like 8, 7 years old, you know,
What, she passed what, 95?
95, March 31st.
Which side of town is the most ghetto?
Oh shit.
Oh,
We love it.
that's like a
We love it.
disrespectful
We-
question.
Yeah.
We love it. We on the north side. We
The
in
north side,
Hillcrest.
the north and the west.
Yeah, the law, at one point,
Why is
bro,
that?
they would not deliver pizza over there because they kept getting robbed. And then they started doing it at the store, and then they kept getting robbed at the store. They just, we don't deliver to that little area. Like Sage West, I think, was probably the closest you could get.
Crazy. Is it
Yeah.
still like so? It's like that now.
Probably
Or-
not.
Nah, you
hell
can deliver
nah.
now. Like
Yeah, it
it's,
seems
there's no
like-
houses in
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
so it's
North side,
safer.
because all that development over
Yeah,
there.
before when all the houses, when that whole neighborhood was packed, bro, like you could get robbed on any corner, like
That's
So
Mhm.
mostly
like
by
straight up.
that Coles area of the houses. They're like all right there.
I say by Ben Garza. Ben Garza's pretty ghetto as fuck, right there in between there
Oh,
and
yeah.
Nevada.
Yeah.
It's almost like every side of town has a ghetto. And I think I was watching a podcast with Droopy, and he was saying he's from Annabelle or something like
Yeah,
that. And he was-
yeah.
When I think
Yeah.
Annabelle, I think nothing near a ghetto.
Yeah,
Hell
same
no.
here.
Nothing near a ghetto, nothing near a
Okay,
hood,
let's go.
none of that
Let's
shit.
go a little bit further into that with there. Let's go ghetto ass apartments.
Ooh.
All time.
Paradise Bay.
Oh,
Even
come
some
on.
that are no longer standing.
La Armada.
Yeah.
My number one would probably have to be Ashley Manor. Them ones that don't. Them hoes raggedy as fuck.
Bro.
The ones that they tore down. The ones
Oh,
that was
yeah.
the ones that
Yeah.
was starred.
Yeah, yeah,
On the
yeah.
girl,
Yeah,
hey.
that was
Yeah.
trash.
That was.
I remember going over there. We
Yeah, that was
literally
trash.
they had to use the restroom. It was a lamp connected to an extension cord, and you would have to carry the lamp from like the bedroom into the restroom to like have some light in the restroom. Like that shit was just so. I remember walking in like the living room floor, and it just felt like you could just fall through that bitch at any minute.
Damn.
And it's like no wonder why them hoes ain't standing no more. You know what I'm saying?
Which side of town was that on?
They were right there on Carroll Lane and SPID, where that it's like a radiology image
Imaging.
radiology place
Yeah.
stands now, like exactly in that exact spot. Because there's like it used to be a Circle K, and then right next to it like that muffler shop, right? Like muffler shop, and then it's like a street, and right across right next to the street is where those apartments would be. I want to say like close to like Moravian. No, I want to say like one of them down street shit,
Yeah.
like right there. Hell yeah.
What's your go-to munchie spot at 2 p.m.,
2 p.m.
2 a.m.?
Oh, I'm like shit. It might be the same. Fucking
There ain't really
Whataburger,
shit.
bitch.
Waterburger. Yeah, I was gonna say Waterburger.
There's only a
That's
few
it.
places,
And
right?
I'm only mad at Whataburger because they hiring kids who don't give a fuck about their burger. So they not gonna present that bitch the way the fucking
I feel like
Whataburger
Now, the
is
food trucks are
marketing.
good too, still.
But they're not open till no
Yeah,
2
2
a.m.
a.m.
That one.
Whataburger?
But that's
Well,
only like
Staples.
They got a
on a
food
Friday and
Friday.
Saturday. If you
Yeah.
hungry as fuck at 2 o'clock on a
Oh,
fucking
yeah, Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Tuesday, there ain't no other option but Whataburger and McDonald's.
Yeah, see, but you could always do IHOP and Denny's and all that shit
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, fuck.
Oh, remember?
like,
Hey, I
they used
just
to have the
heard-
kettle.
I just
Oh,
heard
yeah, the
yesterday
kettle. Yeah, hell
that
yeah.
Cane's was open till 2 a.m.
Cane's?
Yeah, they do
Raising
on the
Cane's?
weekends.
Cane's
I don't
is decent.
fuck
People
with it
talk
like
a lot of
that.
I didn't
trash
know
about
that.
Cane's, but it's pretty decent.
I like
Where's
their
that? Where's
bread.
that
I
at?
like it.
Right there on SPID
Hell yeah.
where
Their bread goes. Yeah, yeah.
Texas toast.
Yeah, I like
okay,
it.
okay.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'd rather have Taco Cabana than Raising
Oh
Cane's.
hell yeah. Me
I'm
too.
Taco
surprised-
Cabana
I'm
went
surprised
hard, like,
none of you
back
guys
at
said
2, 3 in the
Wiener
morning.
Schnitzel. You guys don't like
Dog.
Wiener Schnitzel?
I fuck with
Oh
that.
yeah, I
Hell
fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
like-
Hell yeah.
I
Because
just
I'm
feel like
I'm-
that shit's overpriced, bro.
But they will be closing.
Yeah,
two.
but
They
what's
close
crazy is
around
I
2
still
a.m.
pay-
Yeah, it is.
They close at 2.
At 2? I thought it was at 4.
Well, shit, the one over
No,
here by my
that
house,
house, they
they
close-
the one right here by my house closed at 12. Shit, right
Yeah,
here
no,
on
it-
fucking Alameda.
It would
fucking-
only be the weekends that
Oh,
they
yeah,
would be
by
till 2.
Robert?
Yeah, on Alameda, that bitch closed at 12.
Because the other
shit.
one on Castores, it'll stay till 2.
The one on
think the one on
Carolina.
Baldwin-
Yeah, the Carroll
The
Lane.
one on Baldwin's open late too. Baldwin in front of Delmar.
Oh yeah.
So which Walmart do y'all go to?
Greenwood.
Right here on Staples.
Oh hell yeah.
Greenwood.
Staples and Galahar.
What's something crazy you seen at Walmart? Have you seen anything crazy over there? Not really.
People jacking and running.
Yeah,
out.
people stealing.
My girl got into
That
a
ain't
fight at
crazy.
Walmart,
Oh,
and
shit.
people had fucking posted it on fucking social
Oh,
media.
shit.
And my girl was all proud that she whooped that girl's ass. So my girl starts sharing this shit on her social media.
Oh shit.
And I basically had to tell my girl, like, nah, just chill out. Like, we
Oh,
better than
man.
that. Like, it happened. They fucking filmed it, but this is like, disattach yourself from that.
That's
like,
the people's
you got
champ,
you got a
dog.
job, you got a job and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It was just ghetto. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And shit just didn't fit that. Like,
Yeah.
that shit. It was like ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So on some ghetto shit, like there used to be this Facebook group. It was like called the Danger Zone or some shit like that, or Battle Zone. And basically, people would just get in there talking shit, posting messy ass shit, fights and all that shit. Fights would actually start in the fucking group and end up
Damn.
somewhere. And it even made the news. So on the news, they took a screenshot and it showed like members of the group, and
saw
I
this.
was one of the fucking members of the group, right? So my baby mama, you know, that doesn't, you know, she got her own life, whatever. She's like calling me and telling me, hey, you need to, you know, disassociate your shit with that. You know, you got a daughter and blah. I said, man, I ain't do nothing. I was just in the motherfucking group. But meanwhile, I'm in that bitch stirring shit up and you know,
Oh, man.
all in the mix. But yeah, that was That just reminded me. You said disassociate yourself in that shit, and I'm like, what I'm gonna do? Tell the news to block my face out? Like, what the fuck?
Like,
That shit's on the poster.
I don't know. I'm at the age now. If I was to get into a fight somewhere, somebody was to post that. Somebody was to film it and try to post it. I don't think I would. I wouldn't share it like on my personal Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you want,
it happened. They filmed it. They shared it. People probably start tagging me or whatever. But I just think to me that would be ghetto. Me like, hell yeah, y'all look at me fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Look at me fucking whooping this dude's ass, or look at me getting my ass whooped. Like, because it can go both ways. You know what you think is a win, someone else might say you got your ass whooped.
You don't know how to fight. Neither one of y'all knew how to fight.
Yeah. That shit can ruin you though.
No, I mean ruin you how though? It's everything that
If you
anyone
got a
of us
job, what if you
job?
got a
Yeah.
job in your job?
yeah.
I mean, look at all these people going crazy on
over there,
airplanes.
Vato, that guy on fucking, on the Bayfront. You remember that? He got
That's
caught.
some classic.
He got
Corpus
caught with the
shit.
flashlight.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
remember
that?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
What's some classic Corpus shit?
That
Yeah,
right
that
there,
one,
bro.
yeah.
Like that fool. Okay, so
Legend.
For y'all that's tuned in, what's some classic Corpus shit? Y'all
I
let us
was
know.
Yeah, let us know.
I was heat seeking on that fool, bro. Like on some Photoshop shit. Like when they found out who he was and they said where he worked and shit. I found a picture that had all of his workers in him, and I just put his face on all of them. And motherfuckers started sharing that shit like crazy, like where the fuck he worked and shit. So, I mean, karma gonna come around sooner or later. But yeah, for that one, like that bitch went viral, bro. Like fucking
I think I
jacking off
remember that
downtown on the seawall in your car. Dude walks up. You remember that shit? He walks
said
up with
kids
the
are
fucking
around
camera.
here or some shit like that.
He's like, go over there, Vato. Like,
Hell yeah.
Boy, he's got the fucking little flashlight shit on his dick. Like, bro, a lot of these motherfuckers go local and viral. We go viral for all the wrong shit.
For real, like
crazy.
y'all remember that one in COVID that I came to visit, and it was all over the news. I guess some girl went to like a Wings and More or a Roadhouse or whatever, and I guess I don't know what, but there was like a big old thing of hand sanitizer, and there was like everybody wanted hand sanitizer, and she ended up stealing it from them. She stole like a whole jar of sanitizer, and they had it all over like KIII and 6 News. Like, do y'all know who this thief is stealing sanitizer? I'm like, who the hell would steal sanitizer? Especially
Another
for like
classic Corpus shit. You probably don't. I think you may have been here when the girl was stealing from fucking the mall or Board Plaza. She read across
the highway. Yeah.
Stealing from the Academy.
Was it Academy?
Academy.
And she was in boots.
Yeah, and
she was in
on
boots.
both sides. Yeah. She read it.
And she barrel rolled. She barrel rolled over the median to the other side. Yeah.
I remember another one. The stupid fucking idiots that were on a chase, and she's like, "If you're out of the jurisdiction,
Marissa Cooper.
the name, bro.
you're out of the jurisdiction."
Bro,
They
I
can't
know.
do nothing, right? They can't do nothing.
I know her name because we took her fucking audio from the live and we sampled it and made a song out of it. This song is actually on streaming sites everywhere for you to fucking play, bro. And we turned it from like a rap song to a cumbia song to fucking like just it was super dope. I remember that shit. She said,
Stupid.
we're not even in their county line anymore. Like, and then they got busted right there on Omaha. That's crazy,
No,
right
they
in the
fucking
hood.
draw. I think they're like drawing them because it showed when they. Did they
Oh yeah, they
crash?
pulled the straps out on them
crashed
and
and
everything.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, she
they
was
hit
like,
a
okay,
fucking
okay,
pole.
whatever.
So my homie was sitting right there in that Herb's parking lot that's right there on Omaha.
Yeah.
As that shit was happening, he's like got all his shit like in the car, like riding dirty, and all these laws just pulled up. He said, "Man, bro, I was stuck there stinking, didn't know what to do. They didn't let nobody leave." Like, so that bitch, I don't even know what happened with her. But when we dropped that track. We try to make her a co-owner of the track, so like she would get the money
Get her some
off of
royalties.
straight up. So she would get royalties, like so you can't sue us for using your voice or whatever, right? But
What about, hey, you remember?
if you look it up online, it even says the half of these proceeds go to Marissa Cooper.
Speaking of music,
You're a good man.
y'all remember? I don't know how long ago it was, but those dudes that made the song like Corpus Christi. It was all over the news.
That was 2010. 13 years ago.
That ignited Michael White. That's
That's
not how you represent the 361.
Yeah.
So we were doing the TBL 361 shit at that time. So when he did that, I made a fucking shirt of the mayor pointing like that said that's not how you represent the 361. And we sold a couple of them hoes. I got Mike to like promote it and shit like
I remember
that.
that was like a big old thing. That was all over the news.
Yeah, a lot of local wives was like, man, that's trash. That's
Yeah.
trash. And then people, I mean, you can see it in Mike's video. Like he actually pulled the video down to take the mayor off after he reached like 100K on the video.
Well, the mayor had got into hot water.
Yeah, he got into trouble with
after
it.
he dropped
He was
it.
on there, yeah.
So he re-uploaded it and took that part out, and I think he only got up
Which
to like
mayor was
30,
that at
40K.
the time?
Joe Adame.
Joe Adame. Mayor Adame, bro.
That was like some like
Saw them
that's Corpus
motherfucking
history
things
right
everywhere.
there.
Yeah, that's a
Joe
classic
Adama, vote for
Corpus
Joe
shit.
Adama.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out to Mike for getting him to say that.
Say that
you
shit.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I mean, that's smooth as fuck, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like to pull that shit off, and then he went viral because C101 or no C101 played the "I'm from Corpus" track.
Yeah.
And then
What?
it blew. Yeah, C101 played it as a joke.
Damn.
Yo,
As a joke, and it picked
blew
up
up.
from there. Yeah, so it went viral through
C101.
fucking radio, and then it fucking spread to the internet.
Shout out to
Yeah,
them
it's
dudes, man.
crazy,
Where they
bro.
at? This
I don't
Was
know.
it Fatty Pete?
Fatty P and
I remember the dude had the ICP.
Yeah, the
song.
ICP one.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but they ended up doing a
Oh,
song
Paper
together.
Chase.
Yeah.
It's your boy, Paper Chase. His name was Paper Chase. Because I remember like, bruh, my homie name is Paper Chase. So this dude called himself Paper Chase too. And I remember thinking the first time I see it like, oh, and there wasn't like social media wasn't even jumping like that back then. But I still remember thinking like, man, it's gonna be some shit. Paper Chase behind that.
Yeah, no shit. But yeah, I think like maybe a year. or
Y'all
two
that's
after
tuned in,
that,
if I ain't mistaken, one of the dudes' name was Paper Chase, man. Y'all chime in and let us know.
Tag in Fatty P, whatever he is. They ended up making a song like there was like supposed to be a new Corpus gathering of welcome to Corpus or
Damn, they
I'm
should
from
do a new
Corpus
one, dog. They
and
should do a
fucking
new
that's
one,
not how you
remix.
represent. Well, they did. That's what I'm saying. But that bitch didn't hit. Nobody.
Part two. You mean
Nobody
like
was
a-
caring by that time, bro. Like
Shit.
real
I wanna
shit.
hear another
Like,
one.
So do
You
y'all
never
do y'all ever be like somebody says something bad about Corpus and you know that it's bad and you're like, yeah, and what? You know what I mean? Like it's still
Yup.
you know
that's
what
why
I mean?
I call it Tragic
Yes.
City, bro. Because you're taking the good and the bad. It's a flip side.
Well,
of
my
both
thing
things.
is, I feel like the
Two
people,
sides to the coin.
The people who talk down on Corpus are people who probably just don't. And no disrespect to nobody. And
Alex.
if the shoe fits, it just was whatever. No, I'm talking. The people that say Corpus sucks are people who don't do shit in Corpus. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a bunch of shit that you can do in Corpus, but it takes money to do these things.
Yeah.
Going to the trade center is free. Yeah, going to the mall is free. But I want to say back, you're probably like in 2019 or something. My girl, her sister, and my brother-in-law, they came down here from Laredo. Man, like I think I told y'all on the podcast before. Like, man, we out there on the boat in the middle of the fucking whatever the Corpus
bay,
Christi
yeah,
Bay,
bay, yeah.
and I'm taking pictures, looking at the Twin Towers, and man, at that point I was like fucking 30 years old, and I had never done no shit like
Yeah.
that within my time. Like, my parents didn't do like. I think growing up the way we did, our parents didn't teach us to do fun shit in
Family
Corpus.
shit.
They
Yeah.
were probably so broke themselves that they resorted to doing
House parties.
Yeah.
and shit like that to the point where we didn't realize, like, bro, you could
There's more out
take
there.
take your kids to the Texas State Aquarium.
Yeah.
Leave the Texas State Aquarium and go right to the motherfucking Corpus Christi Museum.
Yo.
Only
But this-
time we were
but
doing that was during
Yeah,
the
yeah.
field trip.
Yup.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
times I done been.
Exactly.
But this shit takes money. Like, if you broke, yeah, cool. It's easy to say Corpus is fucking sorry as fuck if you broke. Yeah, we don't have the parks to go to on a Sunday that everybody's just posting up at the park. You know what I'm saying? That you could just have you $2-3 go buy you a beer and just stand next to your car and just drink your beer for 3-4 hours. Like, we don't have Hillcrest Park jumping no more. We don't have West Haven Park jumping no more. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? Go to Cole Park and chill by the skate park? And even then, that's still something to fucking do because myself,
free.
that's still a vibe. Like,
Yup.
I love going down there to the Cole Park. I mean, to the skate park and just looking at them fools fucking trying to skate and shit. Like, that shit. It's
Hey, and then now with the new pier, like it matches.
you
know
just
what I'm
can't be saying it ain't nothing to do when you just sit at your house and don't try to do shit. Now, if you're getting out and going to all these places on Facebook or on Google that is saying there's places to do or attractions in Corpus, and you're going to these attractions and every one of them attractions has a fucking for lease sign on there, then you can say there ain't nothing to do in
Yeah,
Corpus.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if all these places are business are open and you just don't have the funding to do the shit, you can't say that.
Yeah.
You remember the B-boat? Nah.
The B-
Oh yeah.
B-boat. It was like
take
the
the
Oh,
boat.
yeah, hell yeah.
It would take you all the way to aquarium and then back. And that thing was like, I don't know, a couple dollars like just to get on. And they sold alcohol on the inside.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't
on the
remember.
fucking B-boat, bro. So that
Big
boat
boat.
ended up turning
Money,
into
dog.
like some kind of yacht, like for special private events. But for a long time, we would just ride that bitch.
Don't say like when
That's
I was
the
in the
same
halfway
one?
house, bro. We used to
Same
just
one.
When I was in the halfway house, we used to just fucking ride the fucking trolley. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker would go
Damn,
over the fucking
trolley.
Yeah, the
dog.
trolley go to North Beach and circle
Yeah,
around that bitch.
definitely.
Like, I want to say
Yeah.
that's what the trolley is like really made for. Like,
Downtown?
for people to get on that bitch and sightsee. Like, that's what
That's
the bitch is really
crazy.
made for. That's why the trolley looks different than any other
So-
fucking
so-
bus.
Yeah.
So you're saying like you gotta you make it like you're responsible for making it what you want to make it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
That
The
makes
only
a lot
time
of
I
I
ever
think
heard,
you could do something fun every day in Corpus if you got the money to do this shit.
Hmm.
Now there's limitations on what you can do in Corpus. You can't go skydiving. You know what I'm saying? Like
You can go though to drive to the island and do it.
yeah. Yeah, you can drive, yeah.
Yeah. Port A does it.
You know what I'm saying? But like we offer damn near a lot of shit that other towns don't offer. Only thing we don't, you can't go see a professional football team, but they just got an arena football
Yeah.
team. We don't have a fucking the Texas Longhorns, but we do. If you know what I'm saying, if you could get into
Kingsville.
it, go.
Yeah.
Got
No,
Kingsville.
we got A&M-CC.
Yep.
Motherfucking basketball. I'm talking about basketball. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
basketball wise, like. When they play at the American Bank Center, you know what I'm saying? They ain't playing at Ray High School. Like, it's if you got enough money, you can go buy 4 tickets, take you or however many kids you got, and go buy the popcorn and the drinks and turn it into something. It's all about what you
make of it.
make of it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Have you always been like when did you figure that out? Did you when did it snap for you? Like you know what I mean? It is what you make it. You know what I mean? Did it take you? Has it always
It
been?
snapped for me whenever I turned probably like 20, 21 years old. Whenever I started having money on my own, to where I could buy shit on my own, wherever I could do shit on my own, wherever I'm not depending on my grandparents or my mom and them to do shit for me, and I could do shit on my own.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, you gotta do stuff for yourself. And man, when it comes to this, I always think about finances. If you hang out with me long enough, dude, I'm always talking about it. You know what I mean? Because I think it's an important part of life. You know what I mean? At least one transaction that I do a day or every 2 days has to involve money. You know what I mean? Like whether it's working or giving food to my kids, whatever it is, dude. And I think that's an important aspect that people that live in Corpus need to understand. It's not that it's important. It's the most important thing I'm saying, but I'm saying like, dude, we got to get a handle on our money.
But even if you don't have money, there are things like you said. There are things to do. Like today, I went earlier down to the library downtown to pick up them solar eclipse glasses for Saturday. Right, and you go over there, they're giving you free glasses so you can see the eclipse on Saturday. But when you walking into the library, they got a whole wall full of free stuff that you can go do. Take your kids to a movie night, or take them to do this, or go over here. They're doing this, and they already got you just got to go out and really look for
And
it.
what people don't realize too, because I got family in Austin, I got family in Houston and stuff like that, man. There's a lot of times where I'm in Austin, and I used to get pissed off at my family for this, because I used to be in fucking Austin. I would ask my family like, shit, hey, what is there to do? What is there for someone to do who from out of town to do that? And shit, they would say, shit, ain't nothing here to do. You know what I'm saying? Same old shit. And I'm like, so it's probably like that everywhere. I know people in Houston that say ain't shit to do here in Houston. People in San Antonio ain't shit here to do in San Antonio. It's like, you gotta
Depend on
make
the
of it.
person.
But them same people that same shit to do in San Antonio, Houston, Austin, they look at Corpus like, hell, there's hella shit to do in Corpus. We could go to the beach. We could go get on a boat. We could go fishing. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. We could get on jet skis. We could go fucking.
Yep.
Which beach do y'all prefer?
Man,
Bob Hall?
I don't really do the beach, honestly.
either.
But
It'd be
whenever
like a bonfire.
Yeah, it.
JP
And
Lubbock.
that's
Yeah.
nowhere in Corpus. That's tragic as fuck.
you can't bonfire at JP
Not
Louis?
anymore.
Not
No,
anymore.
JP
Not
Luby,
anymore?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about in Corpus.
Oh,
like,
no, in
like
Corpus, no,
McGee
but-
Beach, North Beach,
Nah.
fucking.
No,
you
no,
can
No,
take-
no,
I'm
no,
talking
no.
about
It's
like-
either
What you talking
JP
about,
or
like,
Bob
what
Hall.
JP
No,
and on.
Yeah,
is where
yeah,
you
that's
can bonfire.
like
Yeah.
past Flower Bluff to actual beach.
What was
you
the
know what I mean?
landmark?
That's what I'm talking
I mean, I don't want to say it to get people watch. But I mean, we used to
206,
in high school.
209.
Yeah, we in high school, bro. That's where the parties were out
Like
there.
198 or 206?
Yeah, 6. Yup.
Yeah.
And then you go right into
See
that
that?
big one.
Mile
Whole
markers.
bunch of-
You're talking about
Yup.
mile markers, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
yeah, and that's something you could always do. That's
What's
always
on
free.
206 is at Bob Hall, and then 198's like a goddamn JP, because we used
Yeah.
to be at JP all the time. Like, to me,
Yeah.
Bob Hall was like for like the bougie people. Like,
And on further.
Yeah, got,
Yeah.
That's
And
what
then
I'm
you also, and then,
talking about.
and
That's what
then
I
you
mean.
got
Like,
must be.
Bob Hall was like,
That's where the bowl is, right?
Yeah.
Get over.
That's where it is at.
yeah.
That is where the bowl is.
Bob Hall was like
Is that
for
a
like, hell yeah. Ball to me was always like for like the bougie people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
family.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the ones that had the alcohol.
If you're just trying to go to the fucking beach with your homeboys and y'all got a fucking bottle of fucking 18
you
or
got
24
them
you go left.
y'all are, yeah, you don't
Hey,
go straight.
we talking about at night though.
Oh,
We talking about.
in general.
Oh
He
no
didn't say
no. I was talking
He just said in
bonfires at
general.
night. I was like when we used to leave, but you right during the day. Yeah, that's more family. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a more family oriented.
You go left. As soon as you
Yeah,
get in there,
yeah.
you turn left.
Yeah, go left. You don't take that right. That's a family spot. But,
Yeah, I think that's how.
But
it
at night,
was
that's
in,
where the boys.
In Port Aransas during spring break, you either went left or right,
Right.
and if you went too far left, you was in the fucking ghetto. Like
Where?
yeah.
in Port Aransas.
yeah.
Like when
that
you
was
get
a
to
nice
that,
spot though.
Well, yeah, at night.
Yes.
At night, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't spend my day at Port Aransas. That seemed like the bougie time period. I think everybody who got rowdy at JP during the day ended up in
there.
Port
Yeah,
at night.
yeah.
Because we met up with a lot of motherfuckers that we met during the day, and we'd been drunk like hours.
Yeah. Then you're already all fucked up, so you just run into him and you're like, oh shit, hey, like shit.
Hey,
And then that's when you like, man, if any motherfucker starts some shit out here, you know what I'm saying?
It's going.
And start walking around with your chest out and shit.
For real.
Oh,
I could pull witnesses on the show that had to walk me down because I done took off with my Sean John denim jacket with a bottle of R&R inside that hoe, just
Hell no.
chugging, trying to find somebody to drink with me straight the fuck up, and I'm nesting.
And you know what's crazy?
There's a
Oh,
crowd
man.
behind me like, where the fuck is Freak at? Where the fuck is Freak at? There you go get him. Like, because they knew I was going to come across somebody who didn't want that shot, and I was going to be aggressive to give you that shot.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
people were going to start seeing me, them people, and the next thing you know, we brawling, bro.
See,
Like,
and so I've lived all over the state, right? And a lot of times when I was either living in Dallas or San Antonio or College Station, man, and the people that weren't from Corpus that ever visit Corpus, those are some of the stories they'd always say like, "So man, sometimes I don't like going to Corpus, bro, because I might be getting into a fight. I might just be at the beach and then something's gonna pop
Yeah,
off
but
like."
that's anywhere.
And that's what I say.
Yeah.
I feel like that's everywhere.
The homeboy,
But they would
RIP,
always
homeboy,
say
the-
that's why I don't want to go to Corpus.
Lil King, dude, he from Corpus. He got into it with some dudes at a bar up there in San Antonio, and he got killed. So R.I.P. to little homie.
that's
Shit.
crazy.
Man,
Yeah,
rest in
shit.
peace.
What else you got over there, man?
What's the last quinceanera y'all been to?
Man, I ain't been to a quinceañera since I was about
Yeah.
Fuck.
15, 16 shit. On the real shit.
Shit, one of my cousins,
We
maybe
all
like
been
2
at least
months
once.
ago in Pearsall.
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
I can't even remember, dog. So
Yeah.
long ago.
I can't remember, and I got a 17-year-old girl.
I'm telling you, bro. Big family. I guess I mean I got a few more in here, but if you want to take it off, that's cool.
Nah, shit.
No,
go
it's-
ahead, go ahead.
Let me see what else we got here. Conspiracy. You guys like conspiracies?
Oh shit.
What's a Corpus conspiracy you think is true?
Corpus.
What are corp? What's a corp?
What is Corpus? What are Corpus?
Conspiracy in
what are some
general.
Corp- yeah.
Do you know something?
I got one.
Mm-hmm.
People can't drive.
Oh, that ain't that's a fucking truth.
That's a true
Them
conspiracy.
motherfuckers don't know how to drive and they don't know how to yield.
Another one.
No.
People in Corpus don't have insurance.
Oh, hey, no. So I got one. I guess it would. I don't know about conspiracy. It'd go into that area with like ghosts and stuff. But the Center Theater. 7 people have died there.
What? How
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I've done when I was growing up. I was in the acting group and theater and stuff, and we did traveling. We would perform there, like Lyle on a lot of Mexican plays. And the people that own there, that's where you would go for what was it called?
Concerts.
Ritter. Like in high school,
Oh, yeah.
remember Ridin? They the owners would tell us that the 7 people have actually died since that building's been open. A couple fell from the rafters, one in the projector room, a couple people in the generator room, and one guy got killed because his wife caught him with another woman there. And if you go upstairs in the corner, his blood stain's still there. Because when that happened, that carpet that they have up there, they don't make it anymore. So they'd have to replace carpet for the whole theater. And the owner said, like, nah. And their
cut it
story,
out.
their
Well,
stories.
another one that I got is like, well, Alex, I think we had talked about it a while back too. I would always hear the story about the Ray High School gym being haunted.
fuck
yeah,
bro.
I always heard that somebody fell from the rafter
Yes,
at
true.
Ray High School and that the gym was haunted. I always heard that shit. Go
Bro,
ahead, Alex.
The janitor, I was doing work
Oh
there,
shit!
bro. I was doing
there.
work there, bro. And the fucking janitor, I asked him, hey, is there ghosts in here? These guys get this. These are the janitors who are like,
CCIZ employees.
yeah, but they're old men.
Already.
So I feel like they've been doing that shit forever. So he's like, yeah, telling me the same shit. The kid fell from there. He's like, yeah, we see him from time to time
What?
walking in the hall. Yeah, he just goes and he walks through the wall, and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it's the kid, man. And I just wave at him. I tell him, I'm like, you're not scared? He's like, no, man, he's not a mean ghost or whatever. And then he said, this is what he said, dog. He was taking a piss. He went in. Somebody went in and asked for somebody. I don't know what the boy's name he said. And they saw him just walk through the restroom door. Like what's it called? The fucking little walls that are in the stalls. He just saw it walk away and disappear.
What?
Yeah, I
He
think they
fucking told me that, this old man, when I was
Yeah, I
working
remember you
there,
had
bro.
said that shit. Hell yeah.
I ain't never seen no shit, bro. I feel like I might have heard some shit.
Dog,
Like,
I walked through that, because there's 3 floors, right?
Do y'all remember that
Three?
video that was floating
Or
around
two.
on TikTok a while back about the girl that was at the swing? The swing girl? The dude that posted like saying that the girl sits on the swing every night or some shit like that?
Nuh-uh.
Some crazy shit. I don't know.
Is
The
it
house was like gone or some shit, but the girl still sits on the swing. I don't know, it's some crazy shit. I don't really remember all the story.
is there any conspiracies with the hanger?
That shit ain't even there no more, but freak them used to always
Yeah,
be
I was gonna
there.
say, weren't you about then they used to say like it used to be like a devil worshiping spot.
nah,
They
with
sacrifice
the house next
things.
door.
The house next
That-
door.
oh.
What?
No, that trailer that way it
Yeah,
looks
it
like
was like a little.
it was a
fucking- there
mobile home
property right on the
Yeah.
other side of the fence to go to the back, and that house was supposed to be something. I
And then
don't
they
know.
call it the Hell House.
But yeah, it was something crazy. We never fuck with it.
Y'all think they're ever gonna
We
fix
was
the
just
courthouse?
The
Hell
old
no.
courthouse, man.
Hell
Hell no. That
no.
bitch gonna be
Hell
sitting
no.
like that for another motherfucking 30,
You ever been
40
in
years.
there? Bro, my blood is in that motherfucker.
No way.
bro. And I ain't even old enough to have been in that courtroom
Oh,
like
shit.
at all. Like we went in there one night and everybody's breaking shit in the fucking thing, like breaking glass, and I'm assuming everybody's punching shit, right? We're in the dark and nobody's punching shit. Everybody had picked something up and broke it. And there I go, bam, punch a fucking mirror and bust that shit open and cut my hand open. And then we start seeing fucking flashing lights bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, the cops are here to get us. We end up fucking getting out the courthouse, and then we see that they had somebody pulled over on the Harbor Bridge.
Oh, damn.
And we thought they were coming for us. Bro, I didn't even go to the fucking hospital for a week. My shit was like fucking like a tennis ball on my hand. Like for a long time when I punched somebody or something, this shit would swell the fuck up like it was fresh as fuck. But like a couple of days longer and I probably would have lost like half my motherfucking hand. Like gangrene type shit.
Oh,
That's
shit.
wild.
What's
Yeah,
the-
bro, that bitch was deep. Like you can see this vein right here. You can see that bitch.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's the best? What's the best show you've ever been to in Corpus?
Like music show?
Yeah, entertainment, any kind of entertainment.
Oh.
I'm thinking music.
What's yours?
Mine, Pantera.
Fuck.
Okay.
Pantera was here.
I'm gonna level you up. I was at a Peter Frampton and 38 Special show with Leonard Skinner as the fucking headliner
Holy
at
crap.
Texas Sky.
Texas Sky,
Bro,
dude. I remember
I
that
don't
place.
even remember what year that fucking was, but whatever year it was, I was drinking beer out of motherfucking 32 ounces with my fucking pops. Bro.
Oh man.
I saw was it Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, and Bob Dylan at
Nice.
Whataburger Field,
Nice.
and Elton John at ABC.
Damn.
Yeah, the best show that I've probably ever seen not in general, but just in Corpus, the best show I've ever seen in Corpus for T.I. Nothing tops that. Like T.I. fucking Spring Break. What was it? 2008, I think. Yeah, Spring Break 2008. Pricing him and everybody was all in town. He brought his Oklahoma homies. We were all fucking chilling. That's what I was like. I remember being my homeboy used to play football for the Oklahoma Sooners. And
Shout out
fucking-
Price.
Homeboy, we were chilling at the other homeboy Drill's house, and Drill's like, "Hey, Price and them gonna be over here in a little while, so y'all open the door whenever they get here." He's like, "I'm finna go upstairs and get dressed and shit." So I'm just chilling. We're sitting there playing the video game. Oh, this is a cool story too. I'm sitting there playing the college football game. It was like NCAA, like 2008 out at the time or whatever. So I hear the door, somebody knock on the door. I go open the door. It's my homeboy Price, and Price is a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
Behind Price is like two dudes that are like 5 inches taller than Price, and I'm like, God damn, dude. And then they end up walking in, they introduced themselves and everything, and fucking next thing you know, we started playing the fucking football game, and the coolest shit to me was these dudes were playing as themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was like so fucking cool as fuck to me, shit.
Nice. Any old I guess bands or artists from CC still doing music that y'all know of?
Old? I mean,
Old or
shit.
new
Man,
or
I
whatever.
have to give props to Ice. Shit, that'd probably be one of the first ones I have to give props to. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's still at it, doing it on a professional level. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
wow.
Who else y'all could think of?
Oh, Dusty? How long he been doing
Dusty,
it?
hell
He's
yeah.
been doing
Shout
it
out
for like
Dusty.
20
Been
some
doing it
years,
for a long
right?
time, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go,
Damn near his whole life.
Sure.
Hell
That's
yeah.
it.
His story's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah.
He actually
Yeah.
tells us he told us like back in the cave that his first turntables came through a robbery or something.
Yeah.
Through a jack move. Somebody stole that shit,
Oh, wow.
and then he ended up taking over them turntables.
Shout out Jay
Cool, man.
Fedia. He been at it for a long time too.
Yep.
Shit. This
Oh, we
shit.
were just talking about Jay Fedia. Shout out Jay Fedia. Shout out
Ben Gavan.
Ben Galvan. My bad.
Forever
I was trying to think of
Flatline
his
shit.
nickname. What is it? The new fucking something.
New style, Ben the new style.
New fucking style.
style,
New
yeah.
fucking style. So that's pretty tight. You tapped in with the local wrestling type of shit or anything?
Nah, but I follow on Instagram in there.
Smoke
Bro,
beats. Somebody
that shit
yeah,
was
shout out.
fire.
Yeah,
that's
cool,
He
man.
been
Well,
doing it for a
there's
long
somebody
time,
who
hell yeah.
maybe not musically, but they have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
and I didn't really grasp that, but Alex has touched on it before, like
Yeah, it's interesting.
going as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the same families still
Wow.
doing it, like literally from what
Third generation.
third generation, bro.
Wow, and they're from Corpus. Like, did they
Yeah,
start?
Molina.
Okay.
from Molina, bro.
From Molina. Wow,
he was
crazy.
telling Alex was telling me that they used to have a fucking little ring set up in the backyard and shit, and he'd be
Crazy,
trying to
bro.
go by
Warehouse.
there. Yeah.
Wow, gotta interview those.
We were there
dudes.
Yeah,
neighbors.
tomorrow they're having an event tomorrow, and we're actually gonna be out there at the event.
Yeah.
Shit,
Shout
Alex
out.
and Freak will actually be commentating the actual whole wrestling event, and the Ridin High podcast will be out there catching some footage. I don't know if we'll be getting interviews because it's all, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
the wrestling thing, and you can't really break
Get out of
character and stuff
character,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So we don't know if
Ah.
we getting interviews, but we'll be out there getting some footage and stuff. So y'all make sure to come out there tomorrow to the Valencia. Y'all want to go ahead and get them,
Yeah.
let them know what's good with
Go
King
ahead.
Alex, if you know anything.
Let them know, Alex.
It's gonna be tomorrow at the Valencia. I'm
Nah,
not
man,
sure
you
that-
gotta start
I'm
that
not-
shit
I'm not-
over,
I'm
brother.
not sure
You
what
gotta
the-
start that shit over.
It's
Come on,
gonna-
baby.
It's gonna. Okay. I'm actually pretty damn excited about this because as a kid, like you always want to just do something wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Anything
sure.
you just want to do. Like as a kid, bro, you're watching this shit and you're like, damn, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. Well, like this kind of like another check off the list. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was
Fri-
telling him my favorite wrestling thing for announcers wise was Jerry the King Lawler being in the Royal Rumble and taking his headset off and going into the ring because he was the next.
Yeah.
It went like 20 seconds. Like 20 seconds. It was like the
Hell
fastest
yeah.
fucking throw out in time. So he just rolls out the ring and fucking puts his headphone back on and just goes back to being an announcer and shit. Like that was.
Yeah.
That was
What's
pretty
y'all's
funny
favorite
shit.
wrestling commentator of all time?
I like Taz, bro. Do you remember Taz
Nah,
from
I'm
ECW?
gonna stick with Jerry. I like Jerry, bro.
Y'all remember Taz
Jerry
from
was the
ECW or
king.
no?
I'm gonna have to roll
Jerry
with-
made you call him king. He
No,
made
yeah,
king of the ring.
I'm agreeing. Like I
The
agree
first
with
king
Jerry.
of the ring crown was Stone Cold.
I like Jerry's antics and shit, but I think I'm gonna have to roll with old JR.
JR, yes.
I think I'm gonna have to roll with JR.
You
He's
think
good.
one becomes the other without the other?
And that was gonna be my next one.
I don't
Like,
think so.
what's-
So
Hey,
they
JR
had-
even remember he
they had
a
good
stroke,
chemistry,
and he
bro.
They
came
did.
back.
Yeah, and he was still doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
He
no,
came back.
because didn't Vince McMahon used to do it?
Yeah,
with,
he was
with
doing that
JR?
before he took
Who
it.
was Vince McMahon doing it with? Would he do it with JR? Or he would do it with King? Yeah, Vince
shit,
McMahon.
I
It
don't
would be
know.
Vince
That's a
McMahon
good
and the
question.
King.
That's a
Nice.
good question.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah,
Shout out
he
to
was-
Lori Love Entertainment for joining the YouTube channel. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
shout out to
Corpus Christi
everybody
Radio.
Let
tuned
him-
in.
Yeah, but
tapped
it's
in.
GCWA lives Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance presents. Yeah, Friday the 13th. 7 p.m. at the Valencia Event Center on
The address is
6110 Air Street. 7 p.m.
Is when the doors open at like 6:30, if I'm mistaken.
Ben did bring up it's a family event, so they will have like stations for kids to
put your costumes on.
Yeah, get candy. You know what I'm saying? And
Dress
then
up like your
They
favorite
want you to
lucha
dress in
libre.
your favorite Halloween stuff, so it's Halloween theme, and
Are you gonna do it?
I might do something. I don't know.
I got my
might-
skeleton
I might
onesie
do
that I like
something.
wearing.
Yeah, man. Go out there if y'all ain't doing nothing Friday night.
Yeah, check it out, y'all.
I'll definitely tap in. I'm gonna bring the WWF belt, bro.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like the real deal. Like the rest of them belts.
shit,
The rest of
kick
them
your
belts.
ass
It's
Or
gonna
some
be a
dude gonna
super
come and fucking
flex.
drop your.
Hey, that's the next step. Honestly, I want to get involved with.
You wanna
like,
train?
I don't know if I want to train. I just want to like.
It felt
the way the
different.
ref
Getting
did.
in the ring, it
Bro,
felt pretty cool.
Badass, bro. It
Crazy,
felt
man.
badass.
It's a
Yeah,
stage,
and
man.
Alex
He
is
kinda-
like, I don't know if they're gonna say something. I was like, fuck it, I just rolled in that
Kinda
hole. Like,
like, he's like, just let us do whatever. You know what I mean? We're
Got
kinda
on the
just, like,
top
checking it
rope,
out.
took pictures and shit.
That's
Alex
fun,
was
man.
sitting on the
Yeah,
rope, but
yeah.
like they got some pretty dope shit actually in
Yeah.
store for tomorrow. So that's how we ended up in the ring because they were focused on something else.
Already.
So
Just real quick, what I like about it is that he does the school. So what you're gonna see there in the beginning might be like the dudes who are still in school, but that shit is entertaining, bro, because
Yeah.
they don't suck. They're fucking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're,
yeah.
they're gonna get there, bro. You can see the talent in some of them. You know what I mean? I told one of them, hey man, I'm a fan
hey,
of
big
you.
boys too.
Oh yeah, there's
Some big boys
yeah,
just
yeah.
moving like their body
Yeah,
should
yeah.
not be
Still,
moving like that.
it's badass.
Define the laws of physics.
Yeah, and some of the ones that do define the laws of physics, they're jumping off the top rope,
Yeah.
giving you shit that you would see on WWF
Oh,
or E,
yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it is. Like
But
they're
still
actually
training,
like
you know what I mean, in school.
a league or something under it, however you would describe that in the wrestling world. They're like right under being
Like the minors.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So that fool has told us that he's been in the back locker room with like Cactus Jack when he was Cactus Jack and
Crazy.
you know Mick
Oh,
Foley
shit.
and shit.
Oh,
He's
what?
been in there with the Freebirds in the back locker rooms and shit
Wow.
like that. Like when his dad was running shit, these wrestlers who would come down would come and stay with his dad,
Yeah.
like at their crib.
So he
He
wouldn't
would-
have to rent hotels and shit.
Straight up, bro.
Yeah.
And fucking, you know, he had the ring and all that shit so they could practice, I guess, and
Oh,
shit like
shit.
that. So this fool that we're talking to now, not fool, but Ben, shout out to him. He's telling us he remembers coming across all these fucking names. He said Kamala.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? Like this fool's just in
Crazy.
your living room and shit. Like,
Chilling.
have you ever seen the Young Rock, the show? that
Yeah,
they do?
hell yeah, that's just
Okay,
fucking
how
dope
they
as
have
fuck.
the Rock
Hell yeah.
sitting around the Giant and
Yeah,
the Hulk
yeah,
Hogan
yeah,
and
yeah.
whoever the fuck. Like that's crazy to fucking to think that was your childhood. You know, like
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Man, before we go any further, man, just hold your questions up for a little bit, man. We're gonna get to know you a little bit. For everybody that's tuned in from the Ridin High side. You know what I'm saying? We collaborating on the show today with CC Originals, Ridin High Podcast, and CC Originals. He has his own podcast that he runs too. This is our second time linking up, and we just decided to do an episode and talk about some corporate shit. So before we go on a little further, we're gonna get to know him a little bit. So where'd you grow up at, man?
Where'd I grow up?
What part of
let's
town did
see.
you grow up at? Or
It's-
are you originally from Corpus?
Yeah, I'm originally from Corpus. The city, I guess the part that I remember, I grew up Central City, like around here. Let's see.
What like elementaries did you go to?
So elementary was, like Fisher up to like second or third grade.
Where the hell's Fisher at?
It's not there no more.
What I said, what is that?
That's where it's right behind the hospital that's down here on Alameda and Texan or whatever. It used to be like right
Oh,
behind
Dr.
there.
Regional?
Yeah, exactly. So
Behind there?
huh?
Behind it?
Yeah, it used to be like where the two-story, the whatever story parking lot is. It used
I
to be
think I
like
read
right
about
there.
that school. Are you in your 50s?
40s, bro.
Oh, okay. Already.
So like third grade, they knocked it down. I don't know what they did, but then I went to Wilson after that. Until
It's basically where the parking lot, the emergency room is of Doctors Regional, right?
yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Never knew that.
I
dog.
I read that. I was looking up some old newspapers articles, and I did read.
Oh
that.
yeah.
you're right.
Definitely, man. Then went to Wilson, Robert Wilson,
Oh shit.
Robert Wilson, and then Winseal Middle School. We went to almost like, what was it? Not state, but of your city. What is it called?
City championships.
Yeah. We played against Haas. It was either the city championship or it was like the one before that. But Haas beat us. But
This was in basketball, or football.
this was in football.
Oh shit! Already.
Yeah.
Haas still around?
Yes.
Yeah, it was still around.
Because I'm thinking like every other school you're naming,
Yeah.
Winseal's gone. It's like, it's, was it Metro or
Metro.
some shit like
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Metro.
gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole
No, it's
different
not
thing.
gone, it's just
It's
named
it's a different
No,
name?
I thought,
Well, it's in elementary now, like through sixth
What?
grade. Yeah. Through sixth grade.
oh, Winseal's elementary from 1 to 6th grade.
Yeah, it's called Metro now. I think it's
Yeah.
called Metro
Oh,
something or other. Yeah.
Cougars or whatever.
Yeah. So Mr. Peltz, shout out to Mr. Peltz.
Damn,
Anybody
that boy
want?
said Mr. Pills?
Yeah, bro, he
That's
was-
a Miller fucking principal right there.
Well, he was the first one at Winseal when I was there, bro.
Yeah.
And it was like a
Shit.
it was like one of them times Mr. Peltz took over. He was just like, you know,
In his wheelchair already? Or
nah, he
scooter?
wasn't he was
it
walking
scooter?
around. He was still big, but he was still walking around.
Bro, this man would drive around fucking Miller in
Yeah.
a scooter. He would hop the fucking elevator, jump to the second floor, riding his scooter
Yeah.
just
What?
everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah,
here? Like,
he used to be like, you know what? Whenever the bell rings, I walked across the whole campus. before the next bell would ring, so that way none of y'all have an excuse that you can't make it to class. He would say that. Axel, I think it was Axel, Mr. Axel.
Reverend Axel.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Reverend
What school are you
Axel.
talking about? Because he was at
Winfield,
Miller
bro.
too.
He was at
Did they
Winfield.
go
No, he
together?
was a principal at Winfield
He was
first,
assistant-
and then he moved to Miller.
But that's what I'm saying. Did
was
they
in
go
a s-
together?
Mr. Peltz was the principal. Axel was the assistant principal.
Assistant principal,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then it
That
was,
sounds like a badass duo.
Yeah.
It sounds like a
It,
Yeah,
it
bro,
was, it was a black
Pat-
man,
what,
a
say-
skinny
say it,
black
say it.
man,
Wait,
and
say
a
the name
fat
again.
white man.
Yeah.
Mr. Peltz was a fat white man.
Yeah.
And Mr. Axel, well, his name, we call him Reverend Axel because my auntie went to his church, and every time somebody
okay.
went down on my dad's side of the family, they would always do the funerals, and he was the principal.
Yeah, so Lori
was
Love
pretty cool.
Entertainment said that he
Was
made
he
it
doctor or
he
just
made
a
it a
mister?
fine arts.
Was he a doctor or he was just a Mr.? Was it Mr. Axel or Dr. Axel?
I don't remember, dude.
Shit, I don't know.
Already.
Yeah, Coach Reyna. Everybody knows Miss Reyna. I think last time I seen her, she was at Moody. Reyna.
So you
Anyway,
went to Miller High School?
so okay, I went to Ray. After that,
So your freshman year, coming out of 8th grade, your first high school you go to is Ray?
Ray, yeah.
Already.
Yeah. Went to Ray High School, played football there up until junior year, and then dropped out of school. Lived in Grand Prairie for like maybe 2 semesters or something like that with my aunt. Came back down here, went to Miller High School.
Already.
You were
Graduated.
going to school up there though?
Yeah, I went to school for like a whole year probably.
What, you went to Grand Prairie High
Something,
School?
something like that. No, it was Sam Houston. Sam Houston.
What was that at?
It was. I think it was. I want to say it was in Grand Prairie,
But it wasn't Grand Prairie ISD?
No, I don't remember to be
Alright.
honest. Yeah, but it was Sam Houston. The Texans also. I think they were the Texans. Yeah.
I think Sam Houston is the one who came and got Santa Ana. When we were talking about the
Yeah.
Alamos.
Because after y'all left, I started
That's the name I couldn't fucking
Bro, I was
remember.
sitting there like 5 o'clock in the morning just looking at Texas Revolution videos that night that y'all left. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you got to know some of these schools that they're named after. I think they changed one around here on some shit like that.
They got a
didn't
university.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A
the
lot
university
of these schools
after
were
him.
built by, a lot of these schools were
yeah.
named after people who were like pro-slavery and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
But like,
bro. Wow.
Sam Houston was totally against like slavery, and Sam Houston was like for like the Indians and all that shit. Like he helped like Indians and shit like that. But like all them other people that he was going up against, they were like pro-slavery, fucking anti-Indians and shit like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Man.
Yeah, they got
Saying you were in high school, you dropped out.
Dropped out, and then went back to Miller. Graduated Miller. I want to say 02 or 01.
Goddamn.
Something
I'm
that.
class of 02, bro. But I mean, I was gone by 2000.
Yeah.
Probably 99 to be honest.
02, yeah. Just graduated from there, and then
I mean, for
so
real,
yeah.
those years were crazy, bro.
Oh,
You
yeah.
talking about the end of the world for 2000, like everybody freaking out
Yeah.
on the
Partying
first,
like it's 1999.
on the first
Yeah.
idea of
9/11.
technology, and all that
9/11.
shit. Oh,
You were in
9/11, yeah, that's
school when
2001.
9/11 happened?
Yep.
Yeah, that was my sophomore year.
Yep, 9/11, bro.
Nah, I was on the couch.
That was
drunk.
crazy. That was so crazy. Yeah.
It's
So
great, yeah.
and then even my colleges are from Corpus, bro. I went to Del Mar, got my associates in music ed.
Damn.
Well, how's that?
music
What
ed.
does that exactly mean?
Yeah.
It's like preparing,
like a elementary music
yeah,
teacher?
preparing you to be able to teach music.
So you can read
Basically,
notes.
what it is. Yeah, I can read notes.
But you need to
Badass.
go to school furthermore to be like a high school band director.
Well, yeah, I actually wanted to teach in the college, but so I got to my
So I
bachelor.
had bigger dreams.
So
goddamn.
my bills started stacking up, and I was like, you know what, I can't. I need to handle my business. So after that, after Del Mar for 2 years, I went to A&M Corpus Christi and got my bachelor's in music. Yeah.
So what does that like
So are
lead
you
you
still
to? What
doing-
does the
It's-
bachelor's do
still
for you?
doing-
Nothing really, bro. Like, I mean, I wish I was still doing it, but it just, I mean, you can teach in the high school or in the school, whatever, which those positions, people already got them, and they ain't leaving them.
They long term.
They're not going to leave them till they die, bro,
Yeah,
basically.
straight up.
So the next thing is that you can teach in college, and even it's the same thing there, you know what I mean? So I think doctor was the highest I had to have gone for even a small chance to be able to teach.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and that's,
How many years we talking for that?
so the bachelor's is 4.
Okay.
So it's like it's all around just 4 years to get it done. But like, so got that A&M, and I'm a truck driver, bro. I'm not even in
shit.
music right now. Like, I still play and stuff like that, but
We got a CDL?
yeah, I got a CDL
Oh, shit, that's
class
what's
A.
up.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
shit,
Yeah,
hell yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what's
Big bucks, no whammies.
yeah.
What do you play?
I was looking in the
Something
paper. I was
that's
like, I need a job, bro. Truck driver, truck driver, truck driver. I'm gonna learn how to drive a truck.
Yeah.
What y'all question?
Yeah, Jesus, so like, what do you play? What's your instrument of choice?
My principal instrument is classical guitar.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta hear you one time.
This acoustic.
Yeah, it's like an acoustic. It's nylon string.
Do you sing
right.
also?
Yeah. No, hell no. In the shower.
no, hell
In
no.
the shower.
He's all murdered. That.
So what are
Yeah.
what is some of the classic songs you like to play?
Yeah.
Classical?
What's your favorite song
Like
to play?
what? I mean, I
Or
might
genre.
not know it, but I'm
It's a
saying like,
cover.
what is it?
Like on classical guitar,
Yeah.
Bach, bro.
Damn.
No
Bach. That dude was friggin'. He was awesome, bro. He was in the Baroque period. Now the Baroque period, you hear a theme, you won't. It won't come back to the theme. It's constantly changing throughout the piece, right? Sometimes you repeat that whole section. Classical is that's when they would have a theme and you would hear it come back and
Like a
recur.
hook.
Recur, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, create a hook.
But-
So I like the first
yeah.
one. What did you say that one was called?
What do you mean, Bach?
No. The way he did it, like
So what he would do
it's a
is
different story the whole time.
yeah. So it's constantly changing and like there'll be like 50 measures,
Yeah.
right? 50 measures, start to finish. It's never the same, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll repeat that whole thing, right? And then they'll go to section B, another 50 measures. Never. It's always constantly changing.
Would you say Bohemian Rhapsody is like that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It doesn't.
Right?
Yeah. You can argue that. Yeah, for sure.
Did you ever
Freebird would be like that?
Yeah.
did you ever teach or anything at any schools or anything?
Let me see. Not really. Substitute taught for a few years.
I mean, like music. That's what I mean. Like,
Nah. Well, I did in San Diego High School.
San Diego.
oh, the vaqueros.
Yeah, the vaqueros.
Oh
Cowboys.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like K
You-
through
you were a
through
music
12.
teacher over there?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh shit, that's
That's
what's
what's
up.
up.
Yeah. So I mean, it was all right.
That's what you taught?
what-
Was a guitar?
Well,
would that-
no, dude.
No,
it's,
music. You teach
yeah.
everything over there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Everything, bro.
Music teacher, shit.
So how does that work? Y'all really just teach on what the school supplies y'all with?
yeah.
Like, if
you
y'all don't have a
elementary?
fucking piano, you can't learn piano.
Yeah. Well, I was luckily they had like a curriculum
That's
already.
what I'm saying. They give them a curriculum.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell
Oh,
yeah. For
okay.
that shit.
Well, not only that, like it was lucky for me that they had it from the teacher that was there before. If they didn't have it, I would have had to come up with my own
Oh,
because you know what I
shit.
mean? Because sometimes it's not in the budget or whatever. You know how that goes. But they had it there, and I wanted it too because I had taught it as a substitute teacher as a long-term one at one place here in Corpus. I was like, I want that one right there because I can actually, help the kids through it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shit, that's what's
You
up.
remember when they used to give out those little what do they call? They're like a flute, but it's
Recorder?
not a flute.
Yeah.
Is it a
Recorder?
recorder?
Yeah.
Bro, I done lost so many of them, and they were like,
Hell yeah. That little
"What the
cream
fuck are you
looking
doing
Yeah.
with them?"
motherfucker. Hell yeah. I forgot what that shit was called. Shit.
Yeah.
And they
Recorder.
actually like, so
Nah,
that's
it's
the
called
same
something
instance.
No, it's,
on
a,
what-
it's called a recorder.
Yeah, it's called a recorder.
It's called a
Yeah.
recorder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were called something else.
I remember the snake.
I thought it was a piccolo or something,
Dude,
but
I
no.
Yeah.
It's a recorder.
Um,
God
Yeah.
damn.
I was gonna say so that's the same instance on what you were doing as a teacher, right? Like whatever the school provided.
Yeah.
You would let the students take those instruments, or they have to stay in school.
Nah, they would stay there because I didn't have enough to be able to everybody take their own stuff. You know what I mean?
Already.
If that was the case, I would have them get their own.
Yeah.
Because if they take it, like they'll lose it or whatever, So
Shit,
just
that's what's up.
yeah.
yeah, my people were always mad.
So does your degree or anything that you have fall anything towards like a radio or anything like that?
Like radio time, like what do you mean, like a jockey or what do you mean?
No, just like as far as anything in radio. Like, could you go to fucking a radio station and get a job using that degree, or that's
I don't-
something totally different?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I haven't tried. I think it would be a good link because his music is involved with radio. Yeah, I've never tried, but I
Already.
think so.
Hell yeah.
It seems like with that more, you got to have more experience or know somebody. I remember you had a guy on a podcast that went to West Oso.
Yeah.
How he got into it, like he got into it,
DJ Dynamite.
DJing,
Shout out
yeah,
DJ Dynamite. Hell yeah.
yeah. So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
I think it's possible. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you never know what's on the other side of that door.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So was Corpus Christi Originals? Was it was a brand first or a podcast first?
It was a brand first. The podcast was just an idea to have some content, bring some buzz around the brand and stuff like that.
Already.
But along doing it, I just talked to some interesting people, and it's interesting to me because I get to be able to talk to people like y'all, you know what I mean, that are
Hell
from the
yeah.
city or related to the city somehow, and just chop it up, talk
Was
to
the
them.
Corpus Originals? Was that your first adventure towards making like merchandise or a clothing brand or anything?
Nah, I had
Of any
one.
kind?
Yeah, no. I had one before, dude. Like I was getting a bunch of advice from these guys on YouTube.
What was it called?
It was called Random Bible Proverb.
So it's like a Christian clothing brand?
Yeah, we had like Bible, it involved like Bible verses and stuff like that. Yeah,
Already.
yeah. So I
feel like I need to put the now.
and I just made a logo. I just made a logo. I was like, all right, it's gonna sell or whatever. And then it sucked, bro. Like I was like, what the hell? What am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? So, and then I started listening to more guys. They're like, well, start with your city. Try to figure out how to do it for your city. You know, and dude, I hit
just
something.
from watching different videos on YouTube?
Watching different videos. There's a guy, I shout him out, Big Brando. He's a guy, big guy, mostly proponent on how to make the stuff, which I make my own shirts. I press my own shirts. I don't make my hats. I wish I did have an embroidery machine. But
you have an embroidery machine, but you just ain't.
Oh, yeah. No, I wish I had one.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean? Dude.
So you say you had one, you just hadn't mastered it.
Nah, hell no, dude. That would be sweet. So the other alternative for that is heat pressing the hats, you know what I mean? But it's not embroidery, you know what I mean? So yeah. So another guy was what's his name? Apparel Success. He's out of Canada, and he's got a brand that's based around the culture that he lives in. It's not so much his city, but it's the culture, like how they talk and stuff like that, making jokes out of it and putting it on shirts. And it's actually a brand, you know. And I was like, maybe I should try something like that. So then I was just like, all right, Corpus Christi, I'm gonna do my city. Where do I start? What do I do? And then I was like, first thing I need to do for sure is get the name. You know what I mean? Get the name, figure out the handle, so that way I can have it on all platforms.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, well,
what year are we talking?
This is 2001 October.
Oh, 2001?
Yeah. October. Yeah. So I stopped. I did it for like maybe a year and a half straight, and then I just stopped, bro. Like I don't know, I just hiatus. I don't know what it was. I just stopped. I don't know what happened.
What did you do? Like, what all did you do? Did you make some shirts, some hats? Like, what all did you do in August 2001?
So I didn't do any pop-ups. I haven't done any pop-ups yet.
No, I'm saying, like, what did you have any merchandise?
Yeah.
You said you did it.
Okay.
Like, what was your first merchandise that you did back then?
So the first one I made, it had a sugar skull, and it said Corpus Christi on Originals. It was on the back.
It was a T-shirt?
Yeah, it was a T-shirt.
Already.
That was the first one I made, right? But the one that first started selling was the hoodie that says Corpus Christi Originals on it. So at the time, it was already cold, you know what I mean? And people were like, oh, Corpus Christi Originals. And so what I did was I was finding some influencers in town. This is the first one that people started wearing.
Yeah, because I wonder when I see
first one.
I kind of associated that with like almost like a Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was almost like Grand Theft Auto Corpus to me the first time I like saw that shit.
Yeah.
I think that logo's right there, actually.
Yeah, and one guy actually asked me.
Shit.
One guy asked me, he was like, "Is that a biker club?" Or something. I was like, "Nah, it's just a brand," you know. So there, I was like, "Okay, well now I got to figure out how to call it or how to."
I can see the biker club.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
I can see that.
Yeah, and then even my wife tells me, she's like, you know, this type of people would like this type of design. This type of people would like that type of design. And I would put it out. My wife would be like, the Hispanos would like that. You know what I mean? And which we do because we're from here. I like it myself, you know. And that's just what I started doing. Yeah, so
I think the font is almost like in our bloodline.
Yeah, something like that, right?
It's crazy. Like I feel like that's attached to us
because
like,
of the
Mexicans.
Color Time shit.
No, way before that. Because it's old English. This
before us.
Yeah, but we're
but
talking
when I
about
would
putting this shit on cars and car clubs and shit like this.
But the old English font in general.
Yeah. So like when I was in elementary or middle school.
Yeah, we would all that.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like and without even thinking about the Color Times, but the Color Times, it seems like they've had an idea for a long time too, like you're saying.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And it would resonate probably with the people that are from here. That's probably why. I mean,
that's what I said when we had a talk. I was saying, man, your logo and your stickers and your stuff, like it gives that Corpus vibe. Like I always felt like, man, this is Corpus. This is my home. This is
right.
Essence is what I was gravitating to and liked, and that was one of my main reasons I started following you and getting your stuff. Is because I felt like, man, this represents me.
Yeah.
This represents where I'm from.
Dude, that's what's up. Yeah, that's awesome.
DJ Fab, shout out DJ Fab. He said that's old English raza shit.
Raza, see?
And I mean, it really is. Like, if you look, like, I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have one fucking old English tattoo on me. But, you know, a lot of the homies from the hood, dude, that's for damn
my brother
sure.
does. He got our last name like that tattooed on his back.
And
he got it at 16. He got it at 16.
Yeah?
My last name.
Man, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
Thug Life? Is Thug Life in Old English? Is it?
No.
It's not, right?
No, hell no.
It's kind of like in that TRU font.
Bro, I definitely want some of these for my skateboard.
Yeah, nice, man.
So I was gonna say, like, okay, so the flower. Now after Selena's passed, that reminds me of Selena.
Oh wow, cool.
You know what
man.
I'm saying? So like the rose, I figured like you was somehow incorporating that or that's somewhere deep thought in your head.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And it works with that. Like, so it kind of captures both a biker and a fucking sexy ass Latina.
That's
you
cool,
know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's good to know. I didn't have any of that in mind.
Yeah.
What I have in mind when I make the designs is stuff that I like. You know what I mean? I like roses. I like skulls, bro. Like,
straight
I
up.
like it, dog, because it reminds me like of the OGs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
It's the fun.
dog, I love that shit.
What do you mean the OGs? What do you mean by
Like
that?
the dudes who were here before us, like the lowrider guys,
Yeah.
or
History.
like the
like
Mexican dudes. I don't know. It just gives me that.
The originals.
Yeah.
originals, bro.
Exactly.
So I came up with the Corpus Christi originals, and I got that idea from the Gardena originals. Gardena is a city south of in Los Angeles, like one of the
I
cities
think
in
that's
Los
where
Angeles.
Scoob used to fucking stay in. Tag
Yeah.
Scoob,
Yeah,
y'all.
shit.
Somebody tag Scoob. If I'm
Yeah.
mistaken, I think Scoob said he used to stay in Gardena, California.
Gardena. So he's the guy I follow on YouTube. His name is Big Brando. He's from Gardena. He had a Gardena originals like in 2015 or something. I can't remember. Because I was looking for names, I was like, well, made in Corpus Christi or Corpus made or something like that have to do. And I was thinking originals, but I was like, nah, I want to do originals. I was like natives or indigenous or something like that. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do Corpus Christi originals.
Yeah.
That's
And I
perfect,
did it.
bro. That's perfect.
Yeah. So
What's behind the font?
that's a skull. It's a blue skull. You can barely see it, but
I
it's
guess I could, yeah.
it's a blue skull. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I like the feedback that y'all are giving me, man, because it really helps me
so
out.
like the out for me, fucking with the graphics and shit, that the lines, the spray outside gives me a Virgin Mary vibe.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
That's
what-
cool,
yeah.
bro.
So-
Yeah.
For real.
And I feel like anybody, unless you fuck up the hands on a Virgin Mary, that shit is pretty dope. Always look at a Virgin Mary's hands, bro. Like, I swear to God, I done seen people get tats and shit. I'm like, bro, them fingers is crooked as fuck. Like, shut the fuck up.
One
freak.
bigger
Like,
than the other.
yeah.
The pinky the
hands
size
way
of the
too
thumb.
big.
Or it
and
looked
shit.
like they got the thing where they just tried to slice
Yeah.
alligator, whatever the hell.
They didn't put no fingers, they just put gloves. Some fucking mittens and shit. But nah, that's what it gives off. So that's a pretty dope design. The one that I got right here on the laptop too, the skull.
Yeah.
That one I think is super dope. Like
Oh, yeah.
so dope that I covered James Earl Jones for
Oh,
that shit, bro.
yeah, cool,
Like,
man. Appreciate
so that
that.
was a design that I actually made. And I was
Nice.
like, man, I'd rather have that head on that bitch.
Dude,
instead.
that's cool, bro. Yeah,
So-
hell yeah.
It also
Yeah,
gives
that's
me
a dope one
like
too,
a
hell
BMX or a biking vibe too.
Yeah, hell
Yeah.
Big time, bro.
Like and only two.
Skateboarding
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
Like how
yeah.
Fox
Yeah.
Racing was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multicultural.
Yeah,
Yeah. So and to be honest, like I'm a metal guy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna try to get into
Yeah.
that with you.
Oh
but
yeah. Heavy metal, bro. Straight up Deftones, Metallica, Pantera, the heavy stuff, Slayer. You know what I mean? Incubus, if you want to go that way, Incubus.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. Screw. I was introduced to Screw through my brother's friend Lamar. Shout out to Lamar if you're listening, bro.
Lamar who?
Lamar
Lamar watching.
Coleman. Is it
Oh,
Coleman?
Lamar Coleman already.
I
know
think
you're talking
so,
about-
yeah.
I know you're talking about-
Yeah, 25 ladders on my dresser.
Already.
You know, which was Ain't About to Lose My Mind or whatever that
Oh,
one
Point
was.
Blank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So as a metalhead,
Mm-hmm.
good to say that.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, DMX.
DMX.
Where did he fall in with y'all?
I don't
or
know.
with you?
For me, I used to listen to DMX. I mean, I don't remember the songs, but when it was out, I would listen to it. It was real rough, you know what I mean? Like real.
That's
like,
why.
Yeah.
So I felt like for me and growing up at Miller, the different crowds of people that were there, they connected through DMX. So you
crazy.
could have some punk rock goth kids,
Yeah.
but they're listening to the fucking "Hey yo bitch," you know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? Like, fucking-
Yeah.
and that was like our common ground, and then weed on top of that, and everything was
Yeah.
straight. These
For
are like
sure.
friends for life. Like,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
know Robert Beltran?
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Well, he fucking runs a studio. He runs sound at fucking Brewster's and fucking Concrete sometimes. But anyway, he's been like into music all our life, and he had a band back in the day called Excrete.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Robert's in the fucking band
Robert,
with
with
Johnny.
the dreads,
Yes,
drummer?
yes,
Yeah.
bro, yes.
Yeah.
So that's like a lifelong homie, bro. And he grew to be like, you know, I guess Corpus's, you know, go-to guy for that kind of shit. Like
Yeah,
when we were kids, he had a fucking big ass studio, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
Like for a band.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a fucking booth where one rapper fits in there. We're talking about a whole fucking drum, guitar setup, bro. Like
for drums
and this is when we were kids, bro.
Yeah,
so when
DJ
this fool would
Fat,
throw
yeah.
parties there, shit.
Yeah. DJ Fab 361 says Tool. Yeah, Tool, Rage Against the Machine,
Slipknot.
Slipknot. Robert, yeah, he actually recorded. I was in another band later on. He recorded our band's album right there at his house.
Oh,
No
shit.
shit.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
dude.
about
Bro,
that a little bit. Let's talk
been the
about
spot
your
since a kid, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about
yeah.
your music background. Like, when do you get into music for yourself? Because I didn't really know you had a music background. When do
So-
you get into music, like, for yourself? Like,
Man.
start making music.
Bro, check this out. So, 15 years old, whatever, my mom buys me a guitar. I started learning guitar. And then I started looking for people to play with.
This
I
late 80s, early 90s?
Yeah, late 90s,
Already.
mid 90s, late
Okay,
90s.
okay, bet.
I would go on AOL, the chat rooms, bro, to find somebody to play with, to find somebody to jam with.
Damn.
What's up?
Fuck it. Throw that fucking bait out there.
There
Somebody
you
gonna
go.
bite.
Exactly, and sure enough, found somebody out there, bro. Started my first band.
Was it the Corpus Christi chat room?
I don't remember, man. It was something like that. So it had to have been something like that.
Already.
I was gonna say I did something like that, but we pulled hoes. We wasn't
Yeah.
pulling positions.
Man, dude, the ad sack. The ad
oh
sack.
yeah, that's like
Yeah.
It used to
I
have.
used to look for pit bulls in the ad sack.
Yeah.
shit. They had a free column.
Everything.
Yeah,
They had a
bro.
whole free column,
Yo.
bro.
Ad sack, bro.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, yeah. So I found another band through the ad sack.
What were
Wow.
they were looking for, like, they
Yes.
had, like,
It was a singer looking for a band.
Yeah, simple
Oh,
shit like that, bro.
A singer looking for a band.
Simple shit like that, bro.
man, we
What the
getting real Corpus Christi
I'm telling
on
you,
this
bro. Hey,
motherfucker
yo,
Corpus
today,
Christi
man.
Originals, baby.
Damn show. Corpus Christi Originals is in the
I'm telling
motherfucking
you,
house,
bro.
man.
Hey, shout out to AdSec.
For sure.
Ad sack. So
yeah.
that was my first band.
That's our next tattoo.
That's where I met my first guitarist. His name was Jeff. Shout out to Jeff, wherever you're at, bro. Sweet, smooth guitarist, dude. I think he plays like Tejano guitar now, but it was rock.
So you said at the time you were playing classic guitar?
No, dude. I didn't learn classical guitar. I got to college.
Okay,
I
so-
started on electric
okay,
guitar.
So so you're on electric guitar?
I started on
okay,
electric
so
guitar.
the dude that you meet on AOL, what does he play?
You know what? I can't remember if that was the first band, but that's where I started out. So the first band I actually started was in the ad sack.
Okay,
The
but
sing-
I thought the AdSac dude was looking to join a band.
No, he was looking for a band. He was a singer looking
singer.
for a
That's what I'm saying.
band.
He was looking to join a band, but how did y'all connect if you weren't even in a band at
Okay.
that point?
So I called him up. I said, "Hey, I'm a guitar player, dude. I want to join your band, right?" So there was other guys that showed up there too. That playing guitar to audition
Answering
for
the
his
same
band.
ad. Answering
On
the
the
same
same
ad.
ad.
The dude that posted the AdSac ad, he was a solo looking for a band, or he had a band looking
Yeah,
for a
he was-
solo?
No, he was a solo looking for
Yeah,
a band.
yeah.
But he was having auditions to see how.
Yes, bro, it was crazy, bro.
He's
Oh
a
my
leader.
god, I was like,
He's a
oh my
leader.
god,
He's a
And-
front man.
And the thing is, bro, this dude never showed up
giving
to
y'all
practice,
tryouts.
dude.
Was he good though?
He never showed up to practice.
Was he good though?
I never even heard him sing.
Oh,
What?
We're getting real Corpus Christi on this motherfucker, man.
That's some Corpus ass
Tragic
shit. That's some Corpus ass shit.
Look for a band. I'm an interview and I ain't even
But I ain't
gonna
gonna
show up.
Yeah.
that's some Tragic City shit for real.
Yeah, met another guitarist there, and we started our own band. We just left that dude. We're like, we're gonna start our own band.
Yeah.
So that was my first band. He knew a drummer down the street from his house, so then we started jamming. And then I knew a singer from Ray, named Emmanuel. He started singing with us. First band was called Nihilism. Nihilism. The singer's idea. He was real into Rage Against the Machine, so he was a real political. He would sing about that type of stuff. Man, and I think somebody somewhere has the first video of us playing at Zeros. Anybody remember
I was
Zeros?
about to ask, what shows did you do locally, like around
Zero. We
town?
play.
Zeros was a classic. For
Didn't
that.
Zeros become your uncle's?
Yeah.
I mean, your
My
cousin's
cousin's
spot?
not there
Oh,
anymore,
shit.
yeah. Zeros.
CC Well, but yeah.
Yeah, Zeros, man.
Zeros was
Shoot.
a spot, bro.
God.
So at what age you do your first show?
First show, I was.
You said you 15.
I was like
whenever-
16 or 16 years old, bro. My
So
parents
you're
took
15
me.
years old.
My parents
looking,
took me.
looking in the ad sack.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Man, for y'all
he
that's
was
too
ready.
bad, he's hungry.
I was
Yo,
ready.
ready,
I was
ready,
hungry.
done.
That's all it, ready, hungry,
That's
all,
working.
all this
Hey, bro.
dedicated, all the above shit.
Man, I used to get out of football practice wanting to jam.
Oh, really?
And they'd be like, dude, aren't you tired? I'm like, hell no, I don't need we need a jam, bro.
Where
We
were you
need-
living in around this time?
This was Central City, Ralston, and so it's Staples and Baldwin.
Okay.
They wasn't balling.
Okay.
Yeah. We would go to their house. They would jam at my house, whatever. We would even toke it up, bro. Singer would toke it up with us. And he would just take it out. You know what I mean? We would call it toke. I don't know if y'all still call it that, but toke, yeah, dude. We would get stoned, jam out, whatever, you know.
That's what's up.
That was the first band. I've been in several bands, bro.
Okay,
First
now
band.
I feel comfortable.
First band. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
That's
It
what's
was,
up,
it was
though.
some crazy times.
So
man.
y'all were 16, 16
Yeah.
years old, and your parents take you to your first show?
They take my first show,
And-
videotape it and everything.
Ooh,
dude.
you had the videotape your whole
They
way?
had it. Somebody had it. It was either my parents or somebody else's parents that were videotaping the whole thing, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And how old were like the band members? Were they all like around
They
the same age?
they're around the same age, maybe like few years older, few years younger.
So who does the AdSac dude become? Or y'all never even worked with him?
He never even showed up, bro. So I met a guitarist there, and we said,
Nice.
you know what? We'll see you later. We're gonna start our own
Yeah,
stuff.
we figured it out after.
No.
Hey, shout out to that dude for the headset.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
He brought y'all together.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
started something beautiful. You didn't even
Yeah.
know it.
Didn't even know it.
So that was the introduction to like your first band?
My first band. Yeah.
How long
yeah.
does that last?
Oh man, like 2 years maybe or something like that.
That's a good run.
Yeah,
shit.
it was a good while. So then, right around this time, I had like I dropped. That's when I was dropping out of school. I was like, you know what, just screw this. So I just stopped talking to my band members. And then, like a year or two after, I moved back to Corpus. This was after I came back from Grand Prairie. I got into another band called Wicked Red.
Already.
A lot of you guys know Wicked Red. We actually won Battle of the Bands, and we
Oh.
opened up for the Misfits
What?
at the Center Theater.
No
Yeah.
shit. That's live.
That's
bro.
that's a
Hell
good
yeah.
that's a good crowd, bro.
Yeah.
It was
Theater,
like
bro.
2,000 people
Bro,
there.
that's
Yeah.
like-
How old are you?
That's
by then?
elbows and
Yeah.
knees, all kinds
how
of
old were you by
shit. You
then?
were getting fucked up in the pit.
Yeah, bro. It was crazy.
How old
What's
were you by then?
maybe 17, 16, 17 or 18, yeah.
Man,
Life.
that's what's up.
I was living the life.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was good times, man. And then that just kind of went away, whatever, you know, it went separate ways. They actually continued on without me.
That was around the time you moved?
Wicked Red continued on. I think I stayed in town after that. I was just kind of like, that's when I dropped out. And then after that, I went back to school, just decided to do something, you know what I mean?
Already.
But yeah, it was good times, man. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
badass,
Yeah.
bro.
How long was that run?
I got up to like maybe 19, maybe 20. So 15 to like 20.
Damn.
So when you come back from Grand Prairie and
Come
you
back-
go back to, you say you went to Miller, you weren't even worried about like trying to find a band or nothing at that point. You just focused on finishing school.
Well, the whole reason for going back to school is so that I can go to college. I knew I needed a diploma or something to continue
into
on.
college, hell
yeah.
yeah.
So even at Miller, that's when I first actually really started reading notes and starting picking up the classical guitar.
Oh, okay. So
I-
you were in band at Miller?
No, I was just doing it on my own, like on
Oh,
my lunch
shit.
break. Where I would go.
And you were reading music?
I was
You weren't
reading.
even
I
just
was.
freestyle shit?
Yeah, I was learning how to read music.
Man,
There
you
was
were
a book.
dedicated,
There
bro.
was, dude.
Shit.
I love,
Yeah.
dude, I love music so much. I could talk about it all day,
'Cause
all the time.
I'm a drummer and I could drum my ass off, but at West Oso, because that's what I was telling them on the episode we had did a while back.
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
was at West Oso, our band director would just teach us, just play the song,
Mm-hmm.
and we could just pick it up by ear. When I go to Carroll High School, they're giving us the whole music notes to play, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm lost, bro. I don't know, and everybody
like
at
drumline
Carroll
over.
knows I'm a cold ass drummer, like,
Yeah.
but it's almost like when
Drumline?
like drumline, like
Yeah.
we drumline, like I was a cold ass drummer, but I couldn't read music for shit because
Yeah.
I had never been taught to read music ever.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's definitely possible. I mean, there's musicians today that don't read music.
Yeah.
Popular musicians, bro. But what I like to tell people is, once you do learn music, you do learn theory. It is just all it's gonna do is up your game.
Already.
To be honest.
Already.
You know what I mean? I mean, you could still be good without reading it.
So I gotta ask, like, why? Because a lot of us kind of crash into something or crash into friends who are crash dummies. Like, how did you avoid? Because it seemed like you had your mind right, bro. And I'm thinking only because we're the same age or close
And you
or
weren't on the
whatever.
you weren't on the good sides of town either. You know what I'm saying? You're saying Baldwin and State.
Yeah, and
you
you're
know
still
what I'm saying?
avoiding the shit. You're still
Yeah.
telling me you went to college. Got you, bro. That's salute for me to
Appreciate
you
it, man.
from that side of town, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's very few and rare.
Yeah.
Yep.
And to still be alive to say it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to say I had a pretty good upbringing. Like my mom didn't know my mom till I was a teenager, bro. She left my dad. My dad and my stepmom raised me and my brother, my brother's a year older than me. So they raised us really well. We got into sports and all that stuff. My stepmom got me my first guitar. She knew I started loving it. So she's like, let me hook them up. They got me my first lessons.
Damn.
They hooked it up, dude. Props to my parents, bro.
Yeah, mad props.
To this day, like I want for my kids to have a relationship with them because I realize now as an older individual how much they did for us. You know what I mean? And
you start seeing it now when you're doing it.
yeah, and as teenagers, we're like, you don't know nothing, whatever.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
I would crash them in myself, bro.
Yeah. So I want to say it was a good upbringing. My shout out to my folks.
Already, for sure,
Shout
for
out to
sure.
the people, man.
So with the Corpus
Raised
Christi,
a good one.
with the Corpus Christi Originals, you say you started in 2001. Did you go on like a hiatus for a couple of years?
No. So 2000, it was like maybe like a year or something like that.
Okay.
I don't remember why I stopped. I think finances were getting kind of tight or whatever.
What year is this?
This was like 2002 and a half or something like
Okay,
that.
so you
I
had only
can't
been
remember.
pushing it
If
for about
y'all,
a year?
yeah, if somebody y'all are watching, remind us, man. It was probably like a year, maybe less, maybe like 9 months or something like
Already.
that. I really don't remember, to be honest. I have to go back and check it out.
But you had already established what you had wanted
Oh,
to
yeah.
do. You just already.
Yeah, I
for
had
sure.
established it, and then I was just like, man, what am I? I was just sometimes I get to some spot in my mind where I'm like I don't know. I just kind of like stop, like trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, man. But I stopped it, and then I was like, you know what? I need to start this back up because I enjoyed doing it. I think that's what I did. I think I stopped because I was like, do I enjoy this? Do I like this? Why am I doing this? It's kind of like a reflection. You know what I mean?
Like I'm putting money into this, I ain't really seeing the return that I really expected to see at the time that I invested the money type shit. Just having different thoughts running through your head type shit. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, kind of like a
shit.
reflection. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What your long-term investment is actually bringing back to you.
Yeah, well, you see, and the way I look at it now is it's not me, it's like y'all. Like, listen to the stories y'all are telling me about the brand. You know what I mean? I come to a point in my life where I want what I do to have purpose and meaning. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of deep right now, but like, to be honest, because we're all gonna die. You know what I mean? It's 100% chance, bro. Like,
facts.
what the heck's gonna,
What's gonna be your legacy?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Whenever,
I got
What you
kids. I
leaving?
got kids to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna look back and be like, Dad started a brand. Why did Dad start a brand? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
Shit
mean?
like that, hell yeah,
Something
hell
like that.
yeah,
You know.
hell yeah.
So I get into stuff like that, man. To be honest, so it's not so much for me. Yeah, it is for me, kind of, but at the same time, it's for y'all because you guys are the one that consume the product.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know
But
what
I mean, at the same time, like just us as the podcast, we like you said, we giving y'all us.
Yes.
You know what
Hell
I mean?
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
getting a taste of our upbringing. That's why I said, like,
Yeah.
hearing you from the same side of town or
Oh, yeah.
around that area
Mm-hmm.
and making it out, bro. Like, I salute anybody who got their mind right earlier in life. You know,
Yeah.
like.
Have you ever thought about it? Because I'm looking at this right here, and I'm just thinking of like San Antonio original, Houston original.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about?
Oh,
that? Already.
Yeah, dude.
Already.
For real, Texas originals.
Yeah, hell
Oh,
yeah.
It was like United States originals, world originals. You know what I'm saying?
North America originals.
But yeah, for sure. And people have already asked me, like, there's this guy, he wanted me to make him a logo like ours for San Antonio originals. I was like, nah, maybe. We'll see.
Bro,
Now you
But
got
do it.
Don't
Gotta
do
do
it
it.
in person. You just do it and put out the shirts on your own
Yeah.
shit.
and that gives the same logo there. With just saying San Antonio gives the same vibe. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Like
Yeah,
San
definitely.
Antonio, for some reason,
Facts.
flowers,
Yeah.
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 roses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that jet
Or
screams
some
San
Spurs,
Antonio.
little
Right.
Spurs things.
Like
that aren't
Fiesta, like when it's
copyright
Fiesta.
infringement Spurs,
Like a
but it's
Fiesta,
just
exactly.
Spurs
No,
in
yeah,
general,
like
you
during
know?
Even
Fiesta.
like the colorway, you can do
Yeah,
the colorway.
bro.
Yeah. With Houston, you could do like a NASA thing, you know what I'm saying? Just different fucking shit like
Yeah,
that. Like,
for sure.
there's so much shit you could do. Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you really don't have to really do much more to your designs than just change the name. Like, to be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Like this same design, if you fucking tired of it for Corpus, San Antonio,
Yeah.
San Antonio,
Yeah.
Houston, will eat that shit up. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Maybe
Yes,
Houston
sir.
put some purple flowers or something.
Put Dallas and just change the theme to fucking gray and blue flowers and shit. There
Or
you go. Shit.
even get into the hood names like Sananto instead of San
That's
Antonio.
exactly what I was thinking.
You know
That's
what I
what I was gonna say. Instead of putting like the Corpus, just putting San Antonio, just put San Anto or
I would
H-Town
fuck-
original.
H-Town,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Shit
I would
like that,
fuck
yeah.
with a Hillcrest original right there.
Hillcrest. That's what I'm saying. Neighborhoods and
Hillcrest,
shit
bro.
like that. Hell yeah.
See,
I was
that
even
would be
thinking like
kind of
40,
weird
yeah.
because you know it's got that Spanish heritage to it. You know what I mean? Hillcrest, it would fit more like a Molina original
Yeah.
or 40 original
Yeah.
or some shit like
But
that.
that shit would appeal to the Mexicans that grew up in Hillcrest. press.
Nah, I'm telling you, as one, but the look of it for me,
It's
it
like a
gives a
Molina?
fucking a Mexican vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
Hispanic
Hispano. Yeah,
heritage.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So
definitely.
I don't even know where the fuck that comes from. It's got to be somewhere down the Mexican line, bro. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
that
Like the
font.
skulls and stuff. The
But
skull.
it's old English.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh well, whatever. It's a. I don't know if that's what that font is, but it's definitely a close relative. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think that's
Yeah.
what Dust uses on his.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's just straight old English, I believe. Like his shit
Hell
is the
yeah.
same.
Yeah.
You ever feel there was any kind of anything like with the Corpus and the Corpitos, like caps or anything like that?
What do you mean, like?
Like as far as
Clashing or
yeah,
No,
potential beef
I mean,
or anything.
a similar product.
Well, no, like that's why I didn't want to do the Corpus hat because I know he was doing them and he was selling them like in his website. I know he sells them on his website,
Yeah, to this day.
and that's what I was doing. I was like, you know what, he's already got that. Let me just make Corpitos.
Yeah.
And I know about Corpitos through my cousins who grew up kind of in the I guess Prescott area or whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
So they're from over there. That's how I to be honest, like I never grew up using it. I just made it. I was just like, you know what? He's got the Corpus. Let me do the Corpitos one,
Yeah.
and that's why I did it. I mean, there's no like, I'm not trying. I don't hate. Like I don't. Like I said in my video, like there's plenty of money. There's plenty of money out here for people to eat, bro.
Fuck yeah. Like just the other day on one of the podcasts, we had both caps on the table. You know? What I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like
hell
we,
yeah.
Hey,
we
go for
shit. Everybody got. There's enough bread for everybody, bro.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. Exactly. Like I mean, it's if we're fighting against each other, like there's no purpose in that. You know what I mean? That's why I think a lot of our city is sour because everybody's fighting against everybody, bro.
Yeah.
How do we know that? We just go.
Everybody
down.
trying to compete
Shit.
with everybody and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you find somebody, just ask somebody in a different profession. Let's say, for instance, a plumber. A plumber got beef with other fucking plumbers.
Yeah.
Like real shit. Like my
Oh,
uncles as movers. My uncle's been movers like all my life, 40 plus years, like probably 50 plus years.
Yeah.
And they had issues with other fucking
Moving
moving companies along the way.
Like, that at the
Like
construction site, same shit.
every
Same
position,
shit.
a cook, a dishwasher,
Electrician,
like
bro.
bro.
Everywhere, bro.
Everything.
So when people start like trying to singularize something that's just Corpus or that's just this, I'm like, nah, this shit happens everywhere, bro. People fucking are petty everywhere.
Yeah.
People are greedy everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
you know you'll find what you're looking for if you're really looking for it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
in
hell
anything.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
For sure. Shit. Before we wrap it up, I'll let you get back to the rest of the questions that you have for me.
I really don't have much, man.
got a
Unless
couple
y'all
more?
want to share something.
what you got?
My thing, I was gonna ask you, like, how do you feel about like being on the platform, like the Ridin High podcast, and just being able to sit with different? You usually do your thing like mobile, like
So what I do,
remotely.
yeah, well, I do it remotely because I don't have like the setup for it. I'm trying to get to that point to where I can have a setup. You know what I mean?
Already, for sure.
But yeah, I just do it on live stream, like on what is it, StreamYard. I use
Yeah,
StreamYard,
alright.
so.
I just feel that like being house and be able to like
Yeah.
actually engage.
Oh,
with
it's
the
pretty
people.
cool. It's pretty cool, man, because you can actually look at the person and talk to them.
Oh,
You
really?
see them physically, you know.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
definitely a difference. It's pretty cool. I like it.
For sure.
Yeah.
No,
That's
no
what's
lag
up.
time.
Yeah, no lag time. You have to worry about none of that.
Unless we just high as hell. I'm like,
Yeah.
Shit, whenever we get off air, I'll give you some game and help you show you some products that you could get to help
Appreciate
you
it,
get your
man.
shit going for damn show, man. Man, y'all got anything for him before we get up out of here?
Nah, man.
No,
it's
man,
been-
just I want to see some drop like some sweaters or something, man, because I like that one up there. That is like my favorite, bro.
Okay.
Like on a hoodie or something, bro.
I feel like that's a dope ass chest piece, like
Dude.
like the way this
Tattoo,
shirt
like, you
is
should
right
get that
there
tatted
with the,
on.
or
Yeah,
both of
hell
them,
yeah.
Yeah.
both of them with their shirts
Or
with the
small
logo.
right here,
Yeah.
small right there,
Yeah.
big in the back.
Even if that bitch was embroidered, stop
So
playing.
you don't have any,
Oh, yeah, embroidered, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
What's that?
You just have stickers of that?
Nah,
That one
I
there?
actually I
it a
have.
hoodie?
I'm all sold out of the hoodies and the t-shirts.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did
he,
do
yeah,
that?
yeah, he
Yeah,
does
they
have
do.
them. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
when I've
Okay,
seen
okay,
him. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm sold out of those. Shoot, man, and to be honest, I did those only as a pre-sale,
Damn.
and then I was like, man, people like it, so I'm just gonna keep it on there, you know, for good. And then
Hell yeah.
eventually I made it my logo.
Hell yeah.
And you're doing everything yourself. I saw you packaging something earlier.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a shirt all the way into like a flat envelope,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Boy, hit it with the vacuum seal and shit. Like, straight up dope boy shit. Yeah, you from the hood, boy. You didn't see that shit. But I was like, damn, I was watching you pack that shit up, bro. And even the packaging has the fucking logo on there, right, bro? That's super fire.
Hell yeah.
Like to go that far into you know
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
presenting your product and shit like that, like
Presentation.
Yeah.
that's definitely fire, bro.
So when do you think,
definitely
you know,
on your P's and Q's on that one?
So I'm gonna have some of course I'm gonna continue to do these.
Yeah.
And then maybe some more vintage ones because people bought some of those. So I need to get a few more designs. I heat press them, so I get the transfers. I buy the transfers, and then as the orders come in, some free game, y'all. As the orders come in, go buy the T-shirt, whatever size it is, instead of buying them all in bulk and making them all at the same time. Make it as it comes. So that's what I do. So these probably. I just got a bonus coming in, so got to talk to my wife, of course, about the budget and all that stuff. But definitely gonna have these out, and then some more vintage, and then hopefully 2 more new designs.
Damn.
So I already got them in the works. I already got like maybe 4 of them just waiting on deck to be put out of there. So
you got a black and white one, or is anything black and white?
Have you ever
Yeah,
dropped that
there's-
one again? The one that you're holding?
yeah. So this is only on the hoodie. Well, I have them on shirts too. So I got these on the hoodies. I got them on
You
shirts.
still have shirts available?
What's
Yeah.
on the back?
There's nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh,
just
it's
that
on the arm.
I put these
sorry.
on the arm
Let me hold it up for the people
because-
to see real quick.
because I was testing out that one guy's design who actually wanted it like that. So I tested it on my own hoodie
Oh, got you.
just to
got
make
you.
sure it was gonna position right.
Oh, it says Corpus Christi.
On
Fire.
yeah. So if you go like
Fire.
that, Corpus Christi.
Fire.
You should
Yeah.
do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Corpus Christi, and then originals on the back.
Oh,
so when they
nice.
take a shot from the back like that or
that's a good
something like
idea.
that.
Hell yeah.
So I had my wife create shirts for my work, like shout out S&Gs, but she had made one that said it had S&Gs on the front right here, dead center, and it said smoke and vape like that. So when you was like that
Nice.
for a picture, you know.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of thing. And did the shit with the QR codes in the back and shit like
Nice.
that. Like we were mentioning that shit to Madhouse last night.
Oh, yeah.
I wore that shirt to the fucking Hooks game. I put a fucking QR code to one of these
Nice.
fucking songs or whatever. I don't think nobody scanned that shit. But
Yeah. So I got like 4 black and white designs. I got on the ones that are coming out. One of them's a black and white. Another one has to do with like I know people like coffee. Some people like coffee or whatever.
Like that coffee brown color?
Coffee brown color. It's got a skull in there, of course. You know what I mean?
There's some Dickies right there.
Yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's coming out, man. So stay tuned.
For sure, man.
I think your outfit goes with Dickies.
Appreciate
I mean,
it.
and it's really the fucking font.
Hey,
The
yeah.
font makes you wear the Dickies. It makes you wear the braided belt and let that little
yeah.
piece hang out and shit. You know what I mean?
Like
Like
house
that.
shoes.
I mean, the dude with a hat like this.
Yeah.
That brings like the punkers, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
Punk rockers,
Yeah.
the skaters, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I'm saying. Hell yeah.
So it's not just like the old school zoot suit guys, like what's his name mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah.
The dudes that rock the skateboard, you know what I mean? That are rockers, you know what I mean? You know, people that I'm usually around, and then to know that it's bringing y'all also.
Multicultural,
I can't wait to
Exactly,
wear that.
exactly.
I can't wait to wear that
Yeah.
hoodie, dog.
Hell
Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit
I want
is
that hoodie.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man,
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure. That design too, like embroidered on the hat, would be super fire
Hell
too,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We need to get it tatted right here. dog.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, dog. Fuck it, we
Get it
going.
tatted.
We Corpus Christi originals in this
Tatted around your
motherfucker.
chest, dog.
Hell yeah, man. It's your boy DJ Lil King, Ridin High podcast in collaboration with Corpus Christi Originals. Got my dog Cantu in here, Alex Skates in here representing Ridin High podcast. Freak man back there on the camera. Shit, I'm gonna pass it off to Corpus Christi Originals, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, thanks for coming on, you guys. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Yeah, definitely. I really don't talk about myself a lot, but just talking about myself, it's kind of
Yeah, well,
weird.
you
But at
came
the
to
same
the
time,
wrong motherfucking show.
yeah. So yeah, I don't think I've shared that story with anybody for a while. So
That's what's
I
up.
appreciate you
Hell
guys.
Yeah, for sure. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Man, Ridin High podcast, Corpus Christi Originals. We out this thing.